Ready?
Yep.
All right. What's going on, everyone? This is brewpac.shakur, a.k.a. Vice.
Hey, everybody, it's Art.
And this is Brian.
And welcome to the Brewing podcast, where we're creating community connections through casual conversations. Episode 32.
Wow.
Our Magic Johnson episode. Please do us a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Road to 500. I think we're at 113 right now.
Nice.
So
it's on the up.
Yeah.
It's on the up, yeah. How many of those are bots?
I wish they were.
Did they hit you up on the side like, hey,
No,
I'm lonely?
Oh, yeah. One of those. Yeah.
Weird, like, Instagram, like,
Yeah.
it's so lonely in San Diego.
I don't think YouTube is like that. Or
Yeah.
I mean,
I
like,
love that.
at least for me, I haven't gotten any like spam on YouTube.
They're
so-
probably, I mean, it's YouTube. They're pretty good about that.
Instagram is a whole thing. You got to go through like the
Yeah, dude.
channels and your
Yeah.
And
You
these
have to go like,
groups.
what was it? It's like if you get those sort of things like
Yeah.
Instagram, it's like it's on the private.
Private
It's
feed?
like
site,
private
yeah.
or restricted or something.
Or restrict, yeah, something like that.
yeah.
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 It sucks though because like I get a lot of those that like sometimes I get like legit requests and
Oh,
then I don't
really?
check it for a while and I was like, oh damn, that was a shoot I could have done.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like real hotel meetup stuff.
Oh no. What the
Yeah.
You're like, damn, this is legit one.
no. No.
Yeah, even then though, so I've been hearing like about those like little scam things. Like, oh, do you do slideshows? Have you heard of the slideshow?
No.
Wait, what?
So like apparently there's this really popular like videography scam where it's like this guy says,
Oh.
"Hey, do you do slideshows? I have a daughter's like birthday or whatever. And
Yeah.
we have some pictures. We just needed like someone to throw it together." And then like apparently they like I don't know how it works, but they do this thing where they like send you too much money and then they ask for it back.
Oh,
And
that's
then-
a twist on a popular like.
Yeah.
It's usually like a PayPal scam. also?
Yeah. It's like so then like they pretend they send you like a fat check or something, and then you give them a refund back, but then that refund is like
Okay,
straight to
'cause
their
you're
pocket
like-
or something.
Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, you sent too much or whatever.
Oh, so you actually get that money?
No, I don't know.
No,
There's like
no.
a way that like it
Or you
like
can
doesn't
cancel it?
like doesn't go through or
was
something.
like a
I think it's like a
chargeback.
fake like I don't know.
Especially
Sucks.
with PayPal, there's chargeback things, and like they can just ask the money back, or and then you get stuck with like a fat fee. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude.
Yeah, there's that, and then there's the one where like Art was talking about, where you they ask for it back, right? Because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, I sent you too much.
Yeah.
Can you send me the difference? And they never sent you the money at all, so you're just basically sending them money.
Yeah.
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 That sucks.
So just be careful out there.
Yeah.
You know, scams are
I don't
very
know.
prevalent now.
If you want Brian to take your photo request seriously, send him a few pics. Just kidding.
No,
Photos in your chinelas.
Just
No.
name the hotel. Name the hotel.
I don't have head down trauma.
Before we get into more convo,
Oh right, yeah.
let's
Oh, yeah.
cheers.
Cheers.
Crack open our drinks.
It's been a while since we talked ourselves. So. There we go.
Cheers.
So what'd you bring here today, Art?
Yeah.
Today I
Haven't
just
brought
brought
I was thirsty.
some White Claw hard seltzer Surge, the 8%.
Oh.
Oh,
What flavor did you get?
I got green apple.
I got lime.
I have passion fruit.
Yeah, and thanks to my sister's friend who gave this to my sister, and then it trickled down to us having it.
It's trickle down on economics.
Nice. All right. Testimonials. These come from our community members, taken from either conversations, comments, and or direct messages, aka DMs. Thanks, Ryan. All right, Art, you want to read this one?
Yeah, this testimonial is from linktr.ee, CJ. So
Hey.
Cousin.
Nice.
So he's referring to his own CJ Miguel special. He's referring to his own episode where he says, "Bro, I watched it twice. I love it, man. Great job."
Yeah, that's like 4 hours.
He loves his self content. What can I?
Hey, it's important to love yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, love
Yeah,
yourself.
that's
This is
great.
2024.
Yeah, if there's someone,
Don't love
if
shame.
there's something I could learn from him is loving yourself.
Yeah.
Aw.
Hope to see you on a future episode. CJ.
Yeah, that's why I just texted you this morning.
as of the time of this recording.
All right. What's everyone been up to? Shout outs, upcoming events, projects, etc.
It's been a while, so.
So I think actually, yeah, the last time we checked in after that, I went to an Under Oath concert with my friend Ian, his brother Sean.
Oh, Ian. Okay.
Yeah. For those that don't know Under Oath, they're kind of like an older, I want to say like screamo hardcore band.
Okay.
How old? Like since you were high school?
Yeah, like I was listening to them back
They're
in
still
like, high
together?
school. Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I think their one album has hit 20th anniversary, I think, this year. Yeah, they're only chasing something. Yeah, 20th anniversary. So that was cool because that was one of my favorite albums of theirs. So it was nice, and it was crazy.
They still brought it.
Yeah, like it was so good, and like it was funny because like we were sort of like towards like the back left or like the middle left of the crowd, and then once like the song like dropped and got hard, like we got pushed all the way to the front right of the just because of people just like moving around and moshing and stuff. And I was just like, oh yeah, this is crazy.
wait, like so if there's this like right at the stage, middle and back, what part were you?
Yeah, so you know, like usually there's like a sound stage in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so we're to the left of that. Right?
Okay.
So like middle back?
Middle, yeah, back, middle, left.
Okay, back, middle, left.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not all the way in the back. But,
and you were still being pushed.
Yeah, and then we got pushed all the way
to the far right.
To the front right. Yeah.
Front
it
right.
was gnarly.
You went diagonal.
Yeah, we went diagonal, dude.
What venue was this?
It was at Soma.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Soma's,
wow.
Yeah.
Soma's really huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was you know, it was super like nostalgic to hear all those songs. It was great to hear them live for the first time because I've never seen them live before.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, we threw Sean up.
Sean's a little guy.
Yeah, we threw him up like 5 times because he wanted to go up and
Wait,
like, crowd
so you
surf.
two you're throwing him up?
Yeah, like just the crowd. You know, we just boom, and then,
Oh, did he crowd surf?
Yeah, yeah, like so many times.
You got pictures of that?
That's wild.
I don't.
Yeah.
I have like video, but I think it's of just performing. I have one like still because I was like, oh, I need one for the pod.
That's good. That's
becoming mindful.
Yeah, hopefully it turned out okay. I don't know.
I mean,
just
I know it's just all black. It's like the light, just like.
Just
it's
take
a selfie.
Yeah.
Just take a still from the video clips. That
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can just do that. Too bad you didn't get any of like your Sean crowd surf.
I
That would have
I
been cool.
know.
Like a video.
Yeah.
You like take it to the front.
Because it's like a little scary too though, because like I didn't want to drop my phone and like I had to like pick him up.
Oh.
Oh,
like
so you're
2 hands.
holding and
Yeah,
with the phone.
yeah,
That's
so-
crazy. Yeah.
But I guess once he started going though, I probably should have taken it down.
Well, I mean, you were in the moment.
In the
Yeah.
moment.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually my thing, you know. In the moment, forget about it later. Remember it 10
Later.
years from now.
Or on the pod.
Or on the pod.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
remember it.
That's cool.
Yeah. NXL World Cup happened.
And NXL is
NXL is the National X-Ball League, which is
X-Ball.
that's where like basically all of the pro paintballers play. That's like the big national tournament.
That's like
scene.
Super Bowl for paintball.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So the World Cup happened in early November.
where did it take place?
It was in Kissimmee, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's cool because I mean, obviously, it's the biggest event, right? It's World Cup, so there's actually a lot of international teams that come play, and then all the vendors are out and stuff. But not only was it exciting to watch and see and find out who the winner was and stuff like that, but I probably spent just as much money just following it online. Because there was like all these world
follow it,
huh?
You got to pay to follow it online.
Oh no, I mean like through social media and stuff, like because you know
wow.
all the companies are like posting and things like that.
Oh.
But I do subscribe to it.
Oh,
A Go Sports, which is like a paid
Okay.
streaming
Yeah.
service and obviously all the archive stuff. But yeah, so every like I swear like every day had something special dropping. And I was like, oh, I need that. I need that. I need that.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Yeah, so I got like so much stuff that dropped, which is really cool because I mean, you know, it played into part of the excitement of it all.
Just the hype, right?
Yeah, and actually, like I was surprised because so I got some stuff from Flow Paintball.
Not sponsored,
Not
by the way.
sponsored.
Hey, bro, but yeah, we'll tag you on that. No, I was kidding. And actually, like the shirts that he gave me, they were nice. They were like wrapped in like this really nice, like Ziploc packaging that was like custom, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you would like at a
and
nice,
it has their
and it has all their
branding
branding and
on.
stuff. And the shirts are like super like thick, like high quality stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, it's quality. You know, it's not just like
You like the feel.
yeah, it's not just hey, let's screen print as many of these as we can and just send them out.
Oh, like cheap.
Yeah. So things like that I could appreciate.
That's cool.
Nice.
But yeah, it was a really cool. I guess you could say Cinderella story.
Oh yeah.
With quotes.
Yeah, I guess that's is that what you call it when it's like kind of like an underdoggy kind of thing?
Oh,
Cinderella?
is that
I
what
don't know.
happened?
Is that yeah? So there's this new team that made it up to the pros. Paintball Fit. It was their first year in the pro league.
Yeah.
The rest of the whole season was pretty much kind of ups and downs. They're making some good good placements and things, but actually, it's crazy because this one they actually won. They won.
Oh, wow.
First place as the first year pro team.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's happened like ever, like in a while.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Right.
What country were they part of?
here
Okay.
they're based out of Texas, I think. Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, it's super cool. It's a rad story about how like they're just a group of people that
They weren't expected to win. or
Yeah,
anything like
because it
that.
was like it's like their first year pro, and they're like, oh, you probably won't do that well.
Oh,
like,
new blood.
it's a different
New blood,
league,
Yeah.
Paintballing in Texas in their ranch. or-
Yeah. No, it's something like that. I think they own their own field. They own their own field.
See that 3 times.
Don't edit that. Keep that in.
And yeah, they just like they just
They
go
own
hard.
their own field.
Yeah, they own
Okay.
their own field.
Okay, yeah, that's not a tongue twister.
I don't know.
You're right.
They own their own. Okay.
Say it.
Yeah,
Say it
okay.
fast.
They own their own field.
They have their own.
They own
fields,
their own.
right?
You're just
Yeah.
changing it up.
They have their own field.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so they ended up taking the championship.
Yeah,
or-
but it was the craziest game. So there was the finals, right? And they're playing against like a very experienced pro team called Impact. And it was 2-0 Impact's lead.
Impact is from where?
They're from Canada.
oh,
Wow.
Yeah. And it was literally I think like 1 minute 30 seconds
right.
and they're down 2 points.
Okay.
Dude. In that minute and like 30, they scored 2 points on this like veteran pro team. So it was basically like 45 seconds a point.
Mm-hmm.
And then they won it in overtime. It was crazy.
That's
It was a
crazy.
crazy game.
Yeah.
Put it in perspective. Like, put it to like some other sport. Like, what is that like?
Equate it to
Basketball.
basketball, right? Like shooting like the game-winning point at the buzzer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know,
okay.
from like half court.
Okay.
It's like that's how it felt like to watch it.
That's cool.
Like someone just launches this ball and like 1 second left, and then they make it to win the game. Like that's kind of the feeling I think.
Were you there present like physically or were you watching?
No,
this
I was just
online?
watching it. I was just
Okay.
watching it. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
But did you see like the crowd? They're like whoa.
Oh yeah, the crowd was like going crazy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I can't believe that. I can't believe that happened.
You're
like,
wanting to go for those live, right?
Yeah. So next year for sure, I'll probably be there.
Is it every year around the same time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around this time.
Yeah.
So around this time next year, we got to reschedule the pod.
Or tell them to
Maybe if it
reschedule.
lines with it.
Yeah.
You can always move things
Yeah.
around.
Move it.
We're flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means for you guys, we might have a gap between episodes.
Or we could fill in with a guest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Can we
later.
just record a really long one and just have a 2-parter just to get a little ahead of the game?
No, you know what? Those don't do well.
Yeah, I know. I feel
Yeah,
it.
because people are like,
I
what?
figured.
This feels incomplete. My
Yeah.
life is incomplete for the next 2 weeks.
I know. Like, hurry up, report to you.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
got to learn how to edit.
I have
closer, man.
I have a handful of people that have been like chirping, and this is why we're more closer to where we're at right now
Yeah.
because of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. It's
Damn.
it's
Wait. Does he DM you
feedback.
with like stuff or what?
It's usually
Or
Dan
comments?
and Bo. Like those
Okay.
are the top two.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it was super cool. Got some cool stuff.
Your
So-
beanie. Yeah.
Yeah, my beanie. I got another beanie. Like a bunch of this. Like, oh man. But if you guys ever want to play, at least your goggles, your
Yeah.
mask is gonna look super swaggy, dude. Because like,
What? You got extra ones for us?
yeah, like okay,
Oh,
so
what?
there's this whole thing with like JT Pro Flex masks. Like, there's this crazy hype about them. And what I think what it is because there's all the pieces connect to each other, so it's like Legos.
Okay.
And they have different
that's cool.
colors, designs,
it.
customize. Yeah, it's
That's
super
cool.
customizable.
Yeah.
So it's just like you get one and you're like, kind of, you just start
Like, I
getting
want-
pieces and stuff.
Like, I want to look sick.
yeah, like, oh man, if I have this jersey, imagine if I made it match, and you know what I mean, like things like that. So it's, so yeah, I probably have pretty much close to like 5 goggles.
Let me ask you. So, if like someone new was to play paintball, do you need to be somewhat fit to play?
No, not at all.
Or just more casual if you're like.
Yeah, you could be totally casual.
You can just camp.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing you play and you're like at a speed that's just like go.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like because your position is that way.
I guess it depends, right? Like if you're just going on and just playing for the first time, I probably suggest like playing like walk-ons, which is more of like the map style, not super tournament style.
Yeah.
Right.
Because the tournament style, you really got to run.
Yeah, there's a lot more running. There's a lot more like plays I think that are involved in there. Where
something casual.
Yeah, something casual is more is like, oh, okay, you guys can like either take the right side or the left side. It's it's a little simpler, right? And then just kind of shoot at.
Are the area you have to move in is a lot smaller then, or
I think
like
actually for the casual ones, I think they're actually usually a little bigger.
Oh, really?
Which is I think a little nicer, but it's also a little harder because it's harder to like once your ball goes like a certain distance, it's like
you have to.
It's a little swirly, and then you have to arc it.
You have to, what was it?
Curve it.
Well, you have to
Like
take
that
into
one
mind
movie?
like gravity because it'll fall off, right? Your fall off distance.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that just makes it fun because you just shoot around. You stay alive longer.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's
it's
the point.
further
right?
away. Yeah.
Like tournament speedball, airball, like it's I think 150 feet is the total length of the field.
Oh, that's not a lot, man.
And when a ball is shooting at 300 feet per second.
Yep. That's
you know what I mean? It's like it's it's there.
But then a casual field would be like what, two times, 3 times?
Yeah, it'd probably be like 2-3 times bigger.
Okay.
And I think too, there's usually more people, so that's like more targets, right?
Right. So I guess to answer your question, Jason, like not necessarily, because it sounds like if you just find a good piece of cover and making sure that you're not flanked, you could literally stay in that one spot.
Got it.
Right, and just peek out, and then go back in. Communicate with your teammates.
Is that what it's called?
Camping? Yeah, camping. Yeah, you're just camping. Yeah,
and then like a common thing, that a lot of things I've been hearing like through podcasts and stuff is like the paintball marker is a great equalizer, right?
Paintball marker.
Yeah, paintball marker. That's what you call that when you don't want to call it a gun.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got terms.
Yeah. But where was I going with this?
You're just talking about paintball. That's cool.
And then you had breakfast.
But anyways, like, do you guys want to?
You're swimming in the lake.
Like, I want to do it while it's still cold. Like, December.
No, I do.
Oh shoot.
Is there any going on in December?
Let's do like maybe this. Let's do January because we already have our like. December's gonna be busy, to be honest.
Yeah, December's gonna be kind of busy.
Holidays.
And also too, I kind of want to set it up. Maybe we could just get a private thing at Velocity. Because I think they have rental packages, but they also offer like the electronic rental packages, which I suggest it's a little bit. So like, there's mechanical guns, right, which is just strictly mechanical, like gears
CO2?
and stuff.
Oh,
all right, it's like
okay. Does it make that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's like.
Is there a way to test how far your gun goes? Is there like one of those like in
like
baseball you can throw the ball and it shows you
there's like a shooting range, and then there's like a chronograph which does the speed. But as far as it will go, like you just kind of have to like
because I want to know how like good my gun is or marker, right? Is that what you said?
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's like a physic thing to it, because if you shoot it at this height, going 300 feet per second, it can only stay in the air for this long
and then it goes
until
down.
it goes down.
Until gravity takes over.
So I think there's like a physics thing, but I mean, basically, if you wanted to go further, shoot a little higher, right? It's kind of like throwing a football.
Yeah.
So just think about it like that.
So January then.
Yeah, I would say January is much better.
Yeah.
Like, get away from the holidays. Holidays are really busy.
Yeah.
For me too.
Cool. So I'll try to orchestrate that because I know some of my other friends are interested, and maybe we can just get like a good first timers out.
So how many would you say we can get our own private game going?
I think it'd be nice to have at least 10. But it would be nice to have a little bit more.
Okay.
So I'll see.
I mean,
I'll
we
look
can
into
always invite people. And hey, if you're listening out there, if you want to join us in January,
we get some more listeners.
We
let's
leave
get
it in the
Steven.
comments.
Shout out to Steven.
Yeah.
Steve. Oh yeah,
Yeah, you always run into him.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't play it too often, so don't get scared with the Art's the pro right here. So.
Right.
Yeah, but don't worry. Like I want people to have a good time, so I'm not over there like trying to flex on
He's
people that
gonna he's gonna lower his power level a little bit. You know.
Yeah.
But
But at the same time, okay, yeah. So that's what I was talking about. Like the marker is a great equalizer, right? So it doesn't matter if you're fast.
Yeah.
Can you outrun 300 feet per second? Probably not. You know, it doesn't
Unless
matter
you're Superman,
if
right?
you're small, because if I get behind you, I can still shoot you. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it evens the playing field. Like, you don't have to be super athletic. You don't have to be super small. You know, you just kind of have to be, I think, mentally there and, you know, being able to take a risk and kind of, you know, see what's going on the field and figure it out.
What's the price point we're kind of looking at here?
I don't know, probably like $100 maybe.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not too bad.
Okay.
If you get like the upgraded marker, I think I'll double check the prices and stuff, and then see if we can get like obviously some kind of group rate or something. And
I just gotta sell my feed picks for the next 2 weeks, so I'll let you up.
Especially with the holidays and Black Friday coming up, right?
Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Huh?
So January 2025, if you want to join us for paintball,
hopefully
shoot
it's
us a
not too
DM.
rainy, right? I think that's the only thing I'm worried about. But
that's right. Yeah,
that's usually like what,
because it's outdoors, right?
Yeah, it's outdoors.
Are there any indoor paintball stuff? No,
I don't think
rain or
anywhere
shine.
near.
I think it's gonna be
Rain or
fun.
shine?
Rain or shine. You
All
see
right.
people,
All right, that's true. All right, let's do it.
So let's
embrace the suck.
Yeah, let's figure out. I'll help you with the planning if anything.
All right.
Yeah, Jason's pretty good at that.
We'll set the date and stuff.
Yeah. When I want to be good at planning, I can't be. But,
So no.
I'll be your co. You'll be the pilot.
Yeah. Just you're just there to remind him, basically, right? Yeah. All right, next.
Yeah, let's see. Happy birthday, Asia.
Woo! She's 45.
Yeah, something like that. Thanks.
Why are you just like calling her out like that, man? What?
She's younger.
No, she's younger.
Yeah, we're just joking.
Okay.
I think she's 30.
I was like, that sucks, man.
Let me double check.
Hey, it doesn't suck if you're 45. So I did 45.
No. It's just
I'm just messing, you know.
All right. I don't know that.
Sure. Oh, she's.
Should
I tell her?
No.
Yeah, I was like,
you never reveal a woman's age. Like, what's wrong with you, man?
See, I caught myself though. I was like, wait a minute.
You
even checked. Like, come on.
He's doing the math on his calculator.
No, I checked just to make sure I didn't say the wrong answer, and then I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I should say this.
Yeah.
But happy birthday, Asia. Sorry I showed up late.
As you do. As you do.
New.
You know?
Yeah. I went paintballing in the morning and I got tired. I took a quick nap and then all of a sudden
it was not a quick nap.
it was it was an hour, but it was like I shouldn't have taken a nap at all.
Oh.
But
because you felt like kind of groggy, right?
Yeah.
Woke up. Yeah.
And then also too, that's the reason I didn't make it to Sunny, so I apologize.
Oh, that was the same day.
It was all the same day,
Yeah,
so I was trying to like go
I'll be talking
paintball.
about that.
I was trying to
You
go to
did
Sunny's,
mention
and then I was trying to go to
that.
Asia's.
Yeah.
And then
so
I
what
was
did
just
you
like,
guys? What did you guys do there then? At Asia's.
So we went to Alesmith.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
not too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I was like, oh, this is cool. It's like great, you know. And I was like, oh, man. And then I got home. I was like, it came out of nowhere. But no, it was cool. I was there for like the last maybe hour of it. And there's like this room on the side that I guess you could reserve.
Yeah, is that where they have like all the wrestling stuff?
I don't know.
Or is that a different room?
Well, I know she had the room where there's like a golf simulator.
Oh,
and then
the other rooms.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then there's another short. There's like a little
on the right,
like
side.
smaller. Yeah, on the right side, like towards the outside. Like you can see there's like an outside garage part to it.
Yeah.
So there's a section over there.
It's pretty smart renting that out. Helps pay the rent.
Yeah, it was super sick. Yeah, so just got a chance to catch up with everybody. But yeah, happy birthday. I don't know if this was because you know how I mentioned like my family was here from the Bay or whatever.
Yeah.
And then so we went to this place, right? This chicken place. It was like super crowded. And then I go in there and then I walk in and then this person is just like staring at me.
Wait, another one?
Huh?
This is okay. Go ahead.
No. Like it was just like someone just like they're just staring at me.
Yeah.
And I feel like really weird. And I'm like, that's weird. And like, I'm sure it's like nothing, but then like they just keep looking at me, and I'm just like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
So do I have something on my face?
Yeah, I know. And then I was just like, it was just really awkward.
Yeah.
You're just ignoring it, trying to.
Yeah, and I was just like, whatever it is.
Well, you know what? Because I think the last time, that's why I was like, is it Ethan? Because Ethan was downtown. You ran into him at that one place in downtown, and he was doing the same thing.
Yeah.
He was trying to recognize, like, where did I know them from?
Yeah. And this was like, within this area, so I don't know if maybe like the outreach is like in this area or whatever.
Yeah, it goes all the way to Escondido.
Yeah. I don't know. It was a girl though, so maybe she was like, "Hey, what's up?"
She's trying to holla, but she was too afraid.
She was there with her parents and stuff. So I was like,
Whoa! Art.
No. She was older. Well, you don't.
Was she getting the kids' meal?
You don't eat with your parents. You don't have a family dinner with your parents.
No, I know. Yeah, it's just like when you initially say that, you don't normally think of that.
Oh well, I'm.
Like, look at the chicken tenders.
No.
And the toy.
Why don't you have a seat over there, Art?
No.
Why don't you have a seat over there?
All right, so
we didn't eat there because of that, anyways.
Okay.
No, it was super crowded, but yeah, no, it was just weird. It was like I don't know why people be staring sometimes either.
You're pretty recognizable, to be honest. The two of you, Brian, you wear your hat all the time, right? Is that the hat you go out with, like when you hang out with friends?
I mean, this is my usual hat. Yeah. I mean, this whole look is like a trademark of me. But also, I have a lot of doppelgangers because of that, apparently.
Oh, really?
I've
never seen someone with a hat like yours, to be honest.
Like, a lot of times, a lot of my friends will send me pics like, hey, this guy looks like you. And I was like, what the hell?
Can you send it to us?
I'll send a couple that I have. But like, it's been happening ever since, I think, college and stuff. Because college when I started wearing this, and I started sporting like the little goatee here. Yeah. Or like soul patch. And then like this, the glasses and the hat is apparently like a very common trait or something like that. So I'll get messages from friends with that, and sometimes some of them are very similar. There's I want to give a shout out to he's my friend now, but like at the time it was kind of weird because his name's Michael Powell, and he literally looked like like a twin. And we see each other from time to time, like when he comes down for a Comic-Con and stuff like that. But I'll send some of my twin pictures.
Okay,
it's been happening
side by
over
side.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, where do you get that hat? Like if I was to purchase a hat like that,
it's just a Kangol. I mean, you can get it at any hat shop.
Kangol.
It's just a Kangol, yeah.
Okay,
it's a regular Kangol.
It's got to be a Kangol.
Yeah,
to be legit.
Yeah.
Like if it's that shape, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of like that because it's the one like that's most flexible. Like another one I've tried is Gurin Brothers. Like I like their hats too, but they're a little bit more rigid.
Is it like one size fits most, or is there actual sizing?
There's different. It's just like large.
Oh, it's like a hat.
I have a big head, so I have to get like a 2XL or whatever.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I always wondered where you get that.
I got a pretty big head too. What size is your fits?
Mine's like 7.5/8.
Yeah, me too.
I thought I was an 8 before.
Oh,
and everyone was like, "Damn, you're an 8."
Dude, I'm like an 8.5 if I go like by fitted cap sizings. Yeah, because when I used to wear like fitted caps too, but then the sizings got really annoying to me, so I stopped wearing those.
Yeah. Well, I think I was an 8 because I never I've never saw a 7 5/8. And so I just started wearing 8s, and then it's just like I would tuck my ears, and it was too big.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh shoot, this is this changed everything.
Yeah,
dude, 7.5/8, man.
Huh?
I'm like an 8, 8.5, man.
It's that brain power right there. It's all that knowledge, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What is it? Megamind.
Megatron.
That's what I do. Yeah.
All right.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, but I feel like maybe we should have started with this next topic, and then maybe I should have brought it to something a little lighter.
It's okay. I'll hopefully bring it something lighter again.
We'll lighten it up.
So my dad died 4 years ago.
Yeah, we should have started with this.
I know. I mean that's something that we celebrated in November as well.
Do you mind sharing the anniversary date?
Yeah, November 14th.
Okay.
14th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so my dad passed away about 4 years ago. It's crazy to think it's been 4 years already.
Time flies, man.
That is nuts. Because I think, weren't we together when we
were?
were?
Yeah.
We did a shoot together.
We were doing...
Like together? Or?
Yeah.
The three of us?
I was the officiant.
See, we can make it lighter. See, that's how we do. That's how we do.
You know, I forgot we were doing the one where This guy had to stand on like a wooden thing, and it was like water on each side. What was that? Was it a park?
By Cow's
Was it a
Mountain.
park?
Cow's Mountain.
What fit was that? That was the bonus fit, right? It was the one.
I think so.
So this was 2020
Mission Gorge.
2020.
that area.
Yeah, Mission Gorge. Oh yeah, Mission Gorge.
Mission-
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like this big lake or whatever it was.
No. It was Mission Gorge because I had you go up on the dam.
Yeah.
So that it was like a big, like thick concrete wall.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. Yeah.
And then we met. I think I dropped you guys off at the In-N-Out parking lot.
Yeah.
I don't
in
remember
Carmel
that.
Mountain.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that.
And
Yeah.
then you were
believe
like, I gotta go. And I think you were like, I gotta go. We left it at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right?
what.
Oh no,
I
would
vaguely
already-
remember that. I vaguely remember something like that happening. Like you just had to leave all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think that was. I can't remember.
It was around that time.
It was,
Yeah, it was around that
it
time.
was vaguely around that time. Yeah.
No, I think I remember when we were shooting that though. I think he had already passed.
Oh, okay.
I think something else happened.
Yeah.
Got it.
where-
That was the shoot where he did pass, right? And then I brought beers and we
Yeah.
poured him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. No, I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
remember pouring
yeah.
it out for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the-
yeah.
yeah.
So 4 years later.
Yeah,
4
4
years
years later.
After the blip.
No, it was cool. Obviously, we did a mass for him
Yeah.
over here at the local church.
Oh, Shepherd?
Yeah,
Good Shepherd. Yeah.
Okay.
And they said his name and things like this is a mass for my pops, and then it was cool because this year, my half brother
Yeah.
was able to attend, and
Oh.
actually I got reconnected with my half brother.
That's cool.
Just this recent year. So
Yeah.
he was able to attend mass, and then the following day we went over to his plot. And we just kicked it with the family, the cousins and stuff, But yeah,
Did
it was,
Glen Abbey?
no. It's actually just the one right here.
Sorrento?
Oh, the one down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Golf course.
what is it?
I forgot what that name
I
is.
forget the name.
I know. I always forget it too. But anyways, yeah, right across the driving range.
Yeah. Down Sorrento Valley. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's an interesting addition. Obviously, like it's an interesting time because we're all adults, so it's really like figuring out our relationship with each other.
Yeah.
But what's cool is I think just the fact that like my dad's side of the family and it kind of trickles into like my mom's side of the family as well. But we're just very like family oriented.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of one of those things where it's just like, oh, welcome to the family, even though you're like really part of the family. It's just like glad to be reconnected again.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's what really is, really special about this one. And knowing that I have like an older brother.
How much older is he?
Yeah.
He is 40.
Oh, okay. He's like
Oh, not
already.
too much.
He's like
Yeah, so he's 3 years older.
yeah.
Yeah, super cool. So hope to continue working on that relationship and then figuring things out. But yeah, it's interesting how much I feel that like I realize that I've learned from him when like he's not here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a reflection kind of thing? You're like, oh, that's why you kind of said that kind of thing.
yeah, it's like one of those things like or like you do stuff or like you like the things that you do or like the things that or how you react to things, and you're like, dang, that's crazy. That's like how my dad would do it, or how my dad would react. And you're just like, oh shoot.
It's a way to kind of keep his memory. Alive, right?
Yeah. So it's cool, especially now being like a homeowner or whatever, right? And just fixing things around the house, or like or even just like working on my car or something like that, because he was a very handy dude.
Hey,
just one of
runs
those
in the
things.
blood.
Yeah, right. I'm just like, oh well, I wouldn't know how to do this if it wasn't for him. So just thankful for that, and I think those are the things that keep us connected.
That's
Right.
That's the word.
Yeah. So it's been a nice 4 years.
He's never really gone until as long as you keep remembering.
Yeah.
I just want to give you kudos. It really takes a lot of vulnerability to talk about these things, and we got to watch that in these 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where you're just trying to figure things out,
Yeah.
and now you're like putting things together and making it make sense, and being open to having these conversations with your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And being open to receive him as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to do that if I found this out in my 20s and all of this was going
Exactly.
down, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You have the maturity. It came
You
at
know
the
what I
right
mean?
time,
Like,
yeah.
we're all adults, and it's at the point where it's like, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
cool.
plus it's cool. It's like, oh, cool. I have a brother. Like, that's cool.
The next guest on the pod.
What do you think you would?
They're wearing the same exact thing.
Yeah, I'll ask. You know what's funny though is like
You guys look alike?
like
Dress alike too?
Yes, this PD too.
no.
It's like off-brand art.
Yeah. We actually look. I think we look very different, but there are some things. At least there's one trait. I say two. One.
There's one trait.
One trait I think we both have, and that's like our eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
I think we both take them
That's cool.
from our dad.
Yeah. I've seen the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
So, what'd you all do this week?
You mean the past 4 weeks?
Past 4 weeks.
Past 4 months? Because every time we do this now, we have like a guest in between. So like all the stuff that we kind of do builds up.
Yeah.
Me again, same thing as always. It's family portrait season. That's what I've been kind of doing. But I have been doing a little bit of things here and there. I attended Ima and Dom. I'm doing their wedding in May, and they had a joint bachelorette retreat because
Oh, nice.
all of their wedding party and the vendors like are basically all friends.
Yeah.
Like I'm basically a vendor, right?
Yeah.
And then like the planner and like I think some of those. So they got a big Airbnb over up in Escondido. It's like almost near the San Diego Wild Animal Park.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that like kind of no man's land before
Yeah.
you get to the park. But you know, you see some like houses here and there. So it was a really nice Airbnb over there, really big. I got some pictures of that, of course. I got it for the pod. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I came a little bit late because I had some work to do. So they did some of the more like because what happened was the Bachelor Dom, and he took all the guys out and they did some stuff. And I was supposed to meet up with them, and I came too late for that. But I was there because then the whole point was that they would do their own separate thing and they would come back towards the evening and do like a whole like joint thing together. Like one of them was I think they got a piñata, but they also filled it not only with candy but with like little miniature shot bottles or whatever like that.
Oh,
Yeah. So I got a
dang.
picture of that. I got a video of that too.
Imagine they're just pushing the people away from the shop.
Hey,
He's on the floor like this.
Get out of my way, kid.
yeah.
All the shot glasses are in his hand.
I mean, it's not like that was the most hot because they had a whole like there was a lot of alcohol, there was a lot of food, like a lot of good food. Like everyone,
Dang.
like they brought everything there.
What kind of food?
There was like a
Top 8.
no. There was a what was it? There was like a big whole central island, like a huge central island, and they
Dang.
basically made that one long charcuterie thing. It was like cheese and meats and crackers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we also there was I think a brick oven in the backyard, so they started making pizzas.
Pizza?
Yeah,
Oh,
they made
dude,
brick
that's
oven
good.
pizzas and stuff. So
Yeah.
like they were making it to order too. Like there was a couple people on there, like, hey, what do you want? Like a cheese, and they would just they got the little big pan and just like put it in there.
What do you put on yours? It's all the little alcohol bottles.
No. I made a close to like a supreme as much as possible because that's
Okay.
my favorite type of pizza. Like you got the
Supreme?
meat, you got the like bell peppers and like onions and stuff like that. And then, but I spent most of my time in the hot tub because there was like so for the Airbnb, like I think it was like $200 to have a heated like hot tub for the whole week.
additional.
Yeah, additional for the
Oh,
whole
because
weekend.
you pay for the electricity.
You got to pay for the
Yeah,
electricity,
yeah.
or the gas, or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it was gonna be like $500, $600 if you want the pool.
Yeah.
and we're like, let's just,
Damn.
yeah. Well, no. We'll just get the hot tub. We'll just get the hot tub or whatever. And
Is
it was
it
like
a heated pool?
the pool's not heated.
Why is it 500, 600 just for a addition?
No, because it's for 3 days. Because they rented it for the weekend.
And this is an Airbnb?
It's an Airbnb.
Wow.
Yeah.
They charge like the amenities. That's crazy.
They charge the amenities. Like, because I kind of get it, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you're already paying a lot for it. It's
Exactly,
like the whole
right?
thing. Yeah. So I spent most of my time in that hot tub just because I've been like just running around. I was like,
Getting my money's worth.
yeah, I know, right. I mean, we all did, and then like you would just jump in the pool where it's like nice and cold, and, like you'd be like freezing for a little bit, but it would warm up, and you do things. So it was a really really good time. I mean, we did a lot of things. We played a lot of drinking games. We had like a karaoke session and all that because
That's cool.
one of them brought that. So
There's a running theme. You're always tied to karaoke.
I like karaoke. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like with the friends that I do, like some of the friends that I went over there, we went to karaoke. Like, do you remember where the Chinamax burned down on Convoy. Like there was that building that like kind of burned down, right?
There's a karaoke spot there.
Yeah, well, yeah, because now they've finally reconstructed it, and there's like some spots moving in or whatever. At the second top floor is Bobo's Karaoke. They let you bring your own food.
Oh, nice.
Because they have drinks over there, so they let you bring your own food and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like that's like become like our kind of karaoke spot over there when we go.
That reminds me of that one place. What was it called? I think it was just called like Sing or something. The one that was like
I think I know what you're
you
talking
could
about.
bring your own food and drink.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
It was literally like just
yeah.
in the room and the guy like at the front didn't give.
Yeah. It's called Bobo's Karaoke. So
Nice.
I mean, we just like it because of the name too. It's like Bobo's. You know? It's like, hey, you want Bobo's?
I like how they're usually when you go to those places, their song list is so expansive too.
Right. Yeah. They have a whole lot. There was like they have all in different languages and English and stuff. But yeah, so that retreat was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do their wedding in May. That's gonna be something to look forward to.
In San Diego?
It's gonna be. I forgot. Oh yeah.
Wait, it's gonna be in.
It's in May.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
I think it's gonna be at the Stone. I forgot the venue, but I think it's gonna be at the Stone over in San Marcos. I'm not sure. I forgot. I have it down in my like contract and stuff. I forgot. Like I can't remember off the top of my head.
That could be it. That's a nice place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like it's like they showed me pictures of like where it's gonna be. It's basically outdoors kind of thing, but you saw some of the inner parts and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Other thing I went to was like it's sort of work, but sort of because I went to Phil's 40th. I talked about it a little bit before.
Yeah, that's the place. That was the birthday I was invited to.
I thought, look, I probably should have brought it up, but like I thought that you just could because it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like a Tuesday, like 4 to 6 p.m. kind of thing, right? And it was at this winery up in Fallbrook. Really nice. Yeah. A little bit shady too, because like
it was.
No. No, it was a little bit shady because like they told me that I think it was like a week or two before the venue had told them it's like if you have vendors, they need to be vetted by us or whatever, right?
Wow.
And so they wanted me to do photos, but they're like when they found this out, they're like, okay, like you're just there. I mean, you are a friend, but if they ever ask you, it's like you're just doing this for fun, but we're still gonna pay you. I was like, okay.
I see.
Yeah. Because it's like a winery, like those fancy wineries or whatever. And I found out the reason why they did it on a Tuesday is because the part that they did it at was in the middle of their their wine tasting areas, and if it was on the weekend, it'd be like full or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because then they do have like a more private thing to the side, and that's where I got confused when I was first going in. Because there's signs telling you it's like, oh, it's like this way, and I was like, wait, there's like a thing over here, and I see people walking over there. So I'm glad I made that decision to go over there. But of course, the more private one costs more.
Yeah,
because they do like weddings and stuff like that, right? But it was a really nice winery. Of course, I got pictures of that because I was there.
I'll just imagine I'm there.
I mean, Sam was there, and I was like, yeah.
Sam's also my cousin.
Yeah,
that's crazy because Sam was at my cousin's wedding.
What was it? Okay, yeah. It was really cool. Because I think there was also like on the place, like the food was really, really, really nice.
Just rub it in, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Salt in the wound.
What'd you have?
Let me guess, a whole tray of carne asada fries.
No. Hey man, you're never gonna forget that. Yeah.
Ours hurt now.
Yeah.
Ours triggered.
Yeah. Those that are not in the know,
enjoy.
Yeah. Please refer to previous episodes.
Yeah, previous episodes. You'll get the references.
No, but they had a really. Oh man, it was a really good steak. It was probably one of the better steaks I've had in a while. There was. I know. And there was a really good band there. I forgot their name off the top of my head. I should have looked it up beforehand. But
Under Oath? I'm just kidding.
No, I wish. No, they were. I think it was because that was the other thing too. Is that Leanne, Phil's wife, was asking me, it's like, hey, do you know any musicians or stuff like that? And musicians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was, but again, the venue was a lot of like big headache for that because they required. Insurance, but they also, not only insurance, they required a business license with San Diego and stuff like that.
Shoot.
Oh, wow.
They
wanted every single thing attached to that
yeah.
That's crazy.
They wanted like every because most other venues that I work with. They just require insurance, right?
Yeah.
Which is really easy to get for the most part, because like I use a service where I just take out a policy per job.
Yeah.
But some of them, like, you know, just having that is a big hurdle for most people. So a lot of the musicians that I had, like, they're really good, and like Phil and Leanne liked them, but they didn't want to have to deal with that, because then I think they also had a 4-string quartet also playing.
Oh wow,
which was really cool because like they were playing like pop songs. So it's like
nice.
it's like just remember like just think of it's like, you know, a violin and viola, but it's playing, you know, I think like no that's something I want, like if I had a thing, but I forget. no,
Wait, what?
no. Like a song.
Hold on. Can we start over?
Yeah. Anyways,
All right. So the girl on the violin.
what? No, like
Oh,
a
wait.
4-string quartet.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
They're
okay.
playing song like pop songs.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
And I was thinking of a song that they were playing. I can't remember, but I just remember they're like pop songs. Like it was one of those things where like you're listening to it, and then you're like, oh, it's just violin. But then you're like, wait, isn't this like All of the Lights or something like that?
Dude, I've seen that.
cool.
So,
Yeah.
so someone was doing this at a reception, and she was like playing the guitar and everything.
Yeah.
And she was like, singing the Pokemon song.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but the thing I was saying like that, I would want, it's like if I ever had a wedding, I would want a 4-string quartet, and they were just playing like thong song or something like that.
That's so funny. I was thinking thong song in
Yeah,
my head.
yeah.
too.
Right?
So-
Yeah.
Well, that's your song, though.
Yeah. No, because it's one of those songs too where like it sounds nice until you think about it, and you're like, wait, isn't this a song?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a lot like that. Like they did a really good job. I want to give a shout out to my friend Gabe, because I referred him to this, and apparently I guess Leanne and Gabe are talking like for like future things, you know.
Oh,
so that's
cool.
cool. I was glad to be able to connect, you know, two friends for you know,
Yeah.
business opportunities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then he had in turn referred to her like a friend of his that does a quartet too. I'm not sure if she was the one there. I got to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was overall like a really pleasant evening. A lot of good food, a lot of good times. The band that they eventually got was pretty good. I can't remember their name right now, but I followed them on Instagram, you know, just to kind of keep
damn,
tabs
that
and stuff
good.
like that. Yeah.
Did they do like covers and stuff, or is it more so like
Their own.
They did a lot of covers, but I think that was, I'm not sure if they do. I haven't like looked at all the other stuff because it's mostly been covers. Because, you know, they're just like a band that you hire to have like as background music and stuff like that.
I
Right.
see.
But they're really good.
Nice.
They're really, really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking of a wedding singer.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they got
Yeah.
that what was it, that Boy
Yeah.
George guy?
Yeah. Also, other thing that I was able to attend amidst all my shootings and goings on is we went to our past guest, Sonny Chris Alcazar.
Yeah,
he had
shout out to Sonny.
he had a, what was it? It's customer appreciation
Yeah.
night. Is that what it was? Right.
Yeah.
And it was at Harlan over at Scripps Ranch. There was a lot of pizzas, and then all the
Acadia
drinks
pizza.
were basically on him.
Nice.
If I wasn't driving anywhere else, I probably would have taken up more on that.
Yeah.
I just had one, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
There were some raffle prizes. He hasn't hit us up, so I'm assuming that me and Jason didn't win anything.
Dang.
We're still waiting.
Dang.
Yeah, we're still waiting.
I'm
You
still checking
know,
my
I
phone.
think it's
Yeah.
a good thing I didn't show up. I probably would have won that round.
yeah, with your luck, like it blows my mind how you just win all these things, dude. God. But it was a good time. Like we were able to hang out, talk with some people, see some other people that went. We got to
Free
see
beer?
his son. Yeah, free beer.
Yeah.
Nice.
We met his son Abel, the one that we talked about in the episode.
Yeah.
Please check out that episode if you haven't seen that.
Shout out to Megan. So I went to SASU. Me and Brian went to SASU with Megan together too. So yeah, she works with Sunny or
Oh,
with Sunny.
okay.
Nice.
Oh, I forgot to bring the beer cozies that we got from
Oh
her.
shoot.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. Like I said, it's been a family portrait season for me. I just want to give a shout out to my regulars, the Impreso family, Kim Impreso. I've been doing that for the past 5 years, except for last year because the schedules didn't align.
Yeah.
But he's Filipino. He has a big family.
You can share the photo. Is it done now? They selected.
They've selected. I can give you a couple.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
can
Because
give
I
you a
think
couple.
last time you talked about it a little bit. but
Yeah.
you were in the middle of.
So a lot of times when I talk about like shoots over here and we have pictures and stuff, is like, you know, usually I give people a chance to select what they want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly to the people who are either regulars, like, or I know them. Like for most people I don't know, it's like, no, I choose.
Yeah.
yeah, I try and do that. Yeah, I have a couple of those. It's like I think it was like 30, 40 people. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I've seen his family.
Yeah. And I think it was really funny that day because I hadn't seen him in like 2 years. And then I said, what's up? Like I got there early at the spot. We did this shoot over at Harbor View or Bayview or Harbor View. I forgot what it's called. It's like a park over in Coronado. It's like a little secluded park in the middle of the neighborhood, but it overlooks like the city skyline. Oh, right. Okay. So that's why I chose it. And like there was like tree cover and stuff because it wanted.
Is it by the restaurants?
No, okay. It's not that side. It's like if you go down the street towards the neighborhood more. Yeah. There's like one of these like inlets where you can go over there. Yeah. Okay. I think I talked about it before when I did a family shoot, or not a family shoot, but it was like Brian Salinas. I did his shoot over there. And then when I went over to that spot, there was like a surprise engagement happening. Yeah. I think I talked about that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I met up with them, I hadn't seen them in a while. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And then there was a baby carriage, and like I was like, "Yeah," it's like, "Oh yeah, we have a baby." It's like, "What the?" I was like, "What is it?" Like literally, like barely 4 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's this small little chubby thing. He's just like,
yeah,
he could barely keep his head up, that kind of thing. Yeah. But I could see a lot of either of them. Yeah. Yeah. Also want to give out to another shout out to a regular, Michael and Anita Ceruzzi. I did their wedding earlier this year. This year was like their first holiday photos as a couple, so it was nice. Cool. We did it over by Scripps Pier, so very nice spot, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Other thing I was able to do was I made time out to go support my friends at the San Diego Anime Con because there's not a lot of cons here in San Diego, especially the ones that are animated because they're usually mostly up in LA or like NorCal or elsewhere, right? So San Diego doesn't have a lot of those, so it's always important to kind of support those.
Weird to me. I don't know. Well,
you would think there has been some over the couple of years.
With right? Comic-Con being here, there wouldn't be other cons?
There have been over the years. They just haven't been as successful.
Would you say that'd be the con about it?
Don't make me get up here and strangle you. Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that one.
I'm like, what am I going to put it in there?
Always got to get the zingers, right? Yeah. This is over at, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Legacy Hotel over by Hotel Circle. You see it as you're walking by or driving by. Sorry. Very nice hotel. I realized it used to be some sort of like Christian retreat or something like that. Because when you're walking around, right?
There's by the Holy Spirit.
Well, no, because there's like these little like stone like tablets or something that have like songs on it. And I was walking around. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, whatever. And inside there's like this big. I forgot to take a picture of this one, but there's like a big, huge like globe thing with like some like computer panels in front of it. It was like probably for some presentation, but I was like, why is this here?
Yeah.
But I mainly went to support my friends because a lot of my friends, my friend Ellis that I've talked about before, it was his first time selling his art at like an anime convention and stuff like that. Really? Well, I mean, because like he's been in the art community before. We had like shows and stuff like that. But he wanted to try his hand at selling at conventions, and he has some pretty good art. I can give you screen. I got pictures of his art. Okay, I could probably put it right there.
Nice.
It was his first time boothing there. My friend Ima, like I mentioned before, like she was guesting at that. Like she held a panel. I forgot what you talked about, but I was there. I was there. I was there to be present.
You weren't listening, apparently.
No, I came late. I came late, so I caught like the tail end of it. I think it had to do with like some tips for different like cosplay and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Like if
she's big on cosplay.
She's like I met her through cosplay and like that, and we've just been good friends over the years. Okay. So she was guessing. She was giving some tips like if you have a certain outfit, like what you need to do to hide things or like fix things on the spot or like how to pose, blah blah blah. Also want to give a shout out to Richie, Francis, and Brian. They are part of Strawberry Scented Burnout. They had like their own little panel there. They're also big supporters of like local anime cons too, because you want to keep that alive. And also to my friend Jeremy, he does. So Itasha is like, you ever see those cars that are like covered in like anime stuff or like some kind of like they look pretty cool, but like sometimes it's not your style. Like I wouldn't do that, but that's cool that they do that for their car, So he runs Cars and Anime, which does like they're like a collective and they help promote other like anime events and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So he was there too. So I basically went just to support my friends. It was a nice little comfy con. Got to support my friends, help support some local artists and stuff like that. So but basically that's been my, like, I was only able to go out for those three things. Other times I'm just in my home just editing stuff.
Are they the ones that do the anime on the cars?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen some of that.
Yeah, Itasha is the name, as the title for that. Where like, if you see like a Subaru or like a Civic or whatever, and it's like decked out with like some anime girl on it, but it looks stylish.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about the ones where they just put stickers.
No. I mean, like it's actual like
it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So what I've been up to? I think the last episode I talked about losing my hearing.
Oh yeah, how's Deaf Watch looking?
90% of my right ear is what I lost in hearing. So
wait, is it like permanently lost?
No, not permanently lost. Okay. Well, hopefully not.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that I may need surgery.
Oh, dang.
And so they're talking about if this doesn't leave naturally, they're going to have to pierce a hole in my eardrum to suck out the fluid. The fluid back there.
Oh, is that why you can't hear?
Yeah. So they said when I went to Phoenix, like around that time frame, I potentially had an ear infection. And for the body to kind of heal or protect itself, it creates like this mucus, like fluid.
So it just flooded it,
and it never left.
It never drained.
Yeah, it's still in my ear, and that's what's blocking my ear. So I went to audiology, right? And so I went to see my doctor at Kaiser, and I was in this waiting room, and it's just like this big sign that says audiology, right? And I look around, and there's just two elderly women, and it's just me. I'm like, God. Right, because they're having hearing issues too, right?
Right. But that's because of old age, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
And I just took a picture because I thought it was funny, not of them, but just of
that'd
be messed up, man.
Taking pictures of old ladies.
Yeah.
It was funny because one of the ladies sneezed, right? And I said, "Bless you," and she didn't respond. I was like, she didn't hear me. So I thought that was funny. Bless you.
Bless you.
No, but so I went in.
But she said it to your right. You're like, what?
Say it to my left ear. So I went in to the audiology, and I saw a specialist, and he did like a series of testing.
So how's that testing look like?
It's interesting because he brings me into a room similar to this, right? Picture we're in this room, and it's his computer right there, right in front of me, like how it is here.
Yeah.
Right.
Brian, that's where his desk is.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I'm here as well.
Right.
Behind the scenes, like Nadine's office, there's a see-through, like a two-way glass. Not two-way glass. Like
One-way?
No, it's actually a window. Like a big window.
Two-way glass. Oh, you mean a window?
I was going to say two-way mirror. Hold on, was it 8%?
Man, this is hitting you hard, man. You're cut off.
No, I was trying to think of the word. Like I felt like I was getting.
It was a window.
It wasn't like a regular window, but it was a glass, basically.
Okay.
This is going to be an Instagram clip.
No, it's like one of those, like, it felt like an interrogation room.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, because it's two rooms separated by a window.
Yeah, because there's this big, like, door that shuts it, and then all this, it's soundproof.
And then you were strapped to the chair.
Okay.
But there was a chair. It was interesting because I looked in there and I was like, it's a weird place to be in. But we'll get back to that room.
Yeah.
The first room, he brings me and he's like, we're going to do a series of tests, and I'll show you the graphs. Depending on what you have, will let us know what's going on with your ear. So he takes out this one instrument. It's like, you know when you get sick, they put like that
the little
thing in
cone
your ear,
thing?
and then it falls off. Like
Then they click it up because it's, you don't want to reuse that.
Yeah. And so it was weird because there was like this rubber instrument, and he put it in our in my ear, and he was like,
And we were like,
no, it was
tickle it. Do it again.
It was like a little vibration. No, like it was like it was like a drill.
Oh.
He's like, don't
move.
Don't get freaked out, right? Because it was like vibrating.
He's like,
And- it was vibrating, right?
Yeah, it was.
8 hours later.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So it was vibrating, and so he was checking my ear, and he was like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. There's fluid in your ear, like he can tell from that machine." And so he prints out a graph, and it shows. He said, "Let me do it on the left ear, right, to test both, so that he can have comparison."
Oh, so you could see it visually.
Yeah, so I can see it visually. So the left ear shows a graph, like like a cross, right?
Right.
It shows a graph going up. And then coming down. That's a normal ear.
like a bell curve.
Like a bell curve, right?
Yeah.
The right ear, he showed the graph, and it just shows it going like this.
Oh,
The curve that flattens out.
Yeah, that flattens out.
It has like a plateau.
It's just flat curve. Just
Yeah.
It's like one of those.
Yeah. And so he's like, this is your right ear. Your left ear is picking up sound. Your right ear is just not detecting.
Oh, shoot.
There's minimal, and that's why it curves, because there's a 10%. That's my own thing.
like it's not completely deaf. Like you can kind of hear stuff out of your right ear, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's like I have to like really pay attention.
It's muffled.
Yeah. And so he goes, okay, so we know what the issue is, but we still want to test you on some other things.
Yeah.
And so he brought me into the sound room, and he gave me this instrument. It was like a buzzer.
Okay.
Right? He gave me a buzzer and then this headphone thing. Like it was weird because it would go over my forehead.
Oh.
You know how like you have like when you put a retainer on, it straps on like the back of your head. Yeah. It was the same thing, but for my forehead.
Huh.
Right. And then, it was crazy. And I was like, it was weird because he had like this old stereo, like, and I was like, this room is kind of trippy. And I asked him, I said, how did this all start? And he said, you know what? After the war, people will lose their hearing. And so they built something like this, a setup like this to test their hearing.
Yeah.
And so he sat on the other side, shut the door in, and so like there was like no sound. Like if I was to talk, there's no like it wouldn't echo.
Oh yeah, it just sounds like
no
dead. Yeah.
And so the first test, he's like, "There's going to be a series of beeping."
It's like we should record the podcast in there.
So even if we cough, you can't even hear it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some beeping.
So he was on the other side on his computer just watching me as well, and I'm just sitting in this chair looking forward, and on my right hand I have this buzzer, and so he said anytime it beeps, you're gonna buzz that, you're gonna press that buzzer to let us know that you can hear it, right? Okay. And so he would, it would be like beep, 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 and it would fade. And I was like, I really have to like pay attention to it. Yeah. And so I did that for the first test. The second test, he said, I'm gonna repeat words, or I'm gonna have to repeat words that he says. So
he says that you repeat it,
but I would have to repeat every word back. And then the third test, it was the same thing as the first, but he said, let me add white noise to it. Oh. And so it was like white noise, and then the beeping. I was like, shh.
Yeah.
So after that, he says, you definitely have fluids in your right ear. We're gonna continue putting you on like this steroid for your nose. Like I have to shoot it up my nose to hopefully break that fluid, from the inside. And then also continue my Claritin until I see him back in the next month.
Oh, so you got another month of this?
Yeah, so I have another month of this. But like since then, I've been hearing this like ringing in my noise. It never stops.
It's like tinnitus kind of?
It's like, when you hear like electronics go on, like, it's on.
It's like a high pitch,
high pitch. That's what
it's
it
like
is.
That cricket ringtone. Remember that from back in the day?
Yeah, that's what it is in my ear.
Like,
but it's a lower. It's
a lower frequency.
It's a lower frequency.
Oh, lower. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a constant though, right?
It's constant. It's going on right now while I'm talking.
Oh wow.
He said after a month, we'll get you into a specialist, but if it doesn't drain organically, we're gonna have to go through surgery.
Just perforate yours.
Yeah. I said, does that hurt? He's all, hell yeah, it does.
Oh my god.
Are you gonna be out? Like, did they say
no? You're gonna be awake.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dang.
So not looking forward to that.
But if they break the drum, doesn't that mess up your hearing though?
I don't think so. If they, I don't
think they're piercing the eardrum.
Yeah, it's just poking a hold of.
Like a small hole.
Yeah. Suck it out with like a vacuum or something.
Because I thought the drum was the one that like shakes and like you hear stuff.
No, there's a couple of small, very tiny bones in your ear that vibrate whenever there's like, sounds in the air and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's like what's, responsible for your hearing. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. This is what I kind of remember. I'm also like,
that's why they have those bone headphones, right? You ever seen those? They don't go in your ear, but they go like right on your temples, and they're like supposed to vibrate the bones.
Yeah.
And it's like you can hear stuff.
Well, I think there's different canals too. I took a picture of it because I was like, wow, this is crazy.
You got to hold like the hearing system that you have in your ear is pretty intricate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And so after that, I said, okay, I'll see you in the next 30 days. And then I was like, you know what? How did you me just being curious? I said, how did you get into this profession? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, no kid goes like, I'm gonna be an ear doctor.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I said, how did you know you wanted to do this specifically? And he said, I didn't know. I was actually a teacher before I became I think audiologist. I'm just making up stuff if that's not his real.
You know his real title.
Yeah, and then so I was like, wow, okay, I can see that because you're kind of teaching me like all this. You know, he was literally breaking down the ear and all that, like whatever you just said. He said all that, right? And then I said, okay, so you became a teacher, and he was like, it wasn't until we got married.
You got married to him?
No. You
said we got married.
Oh, him and his wife.
No, that's a different story. Say that for next episode.
Don't tell Nadine.
He said he got married to his wife. And then they had their first kid.
Okay.
And then the first kid was born, and they found out.
Oh, he was born with a hearing defect?
Oh, he was deaf.
Oh, just completely deaf.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When you're a parent, you do your research, you do anything you can to support your kid.
Right.
And so they had
for sure.
Yeah, and so they had a second kid. Second kid was also deaf as well.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. And so that led him to this career path. He wanted to do so much for his kid that he changed his career.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
He really like sat down with me and like he was like very compassionate and was there to just answer any question. Like he went.
Yeah, that's what's up.
He wasn't there just to be like, all right, time's up kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
Like we're going to do this, that's it.
Yeah. He's like really there for me to. And I think he understood like what I was going through too, just to lose your hearing out of nowhere.
I mean, especially with that too, you know, it really helps that with doctors that tell you what's going on instead of just like, okay, this is what you have. This is why you have it. Or like, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. Because, you know, once you know what's going on and why it's happening, like you feel a little bit better. Like it still sucks.
It still
Don't get me
sucks.
wrong, yeah.
But he made it better. He made the experience better.
Yeah.
And I like hearing those kind of stories because it's like, okay, I get that. I love origin stories, right? That's like my biggest thing.
Yeah.
But outside of that, we went to Front Wave Arena, dining with Christine. Reached out to us. She had a collab. It was me, Bo, Nadine, and then...
I'll reach out to you then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bo's cousin Ian was also there.
Sure.
Nice.
And so the Front Wave Arena is where the San Diego Clippers play.
Oh.
It's the new arena in Oceanside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's why I haven't heard it.
By Felix's Barbecue. Yeah. It's a nice space.
Okay.
Like it's a nice small place for like the G League team to, you know, play, but they also have concerts there as well.
That's cool.
And other smaller like sports events.
Yeah.
And so when Christine was like, hey, we're going to this, you know, we're going to the arena. You guys want to come? You know, like she's working with like some PR person, right? And so I was like, wait, you're going to the arena? I said, let me reach out to Rich. You remember Rich from The Good Vibes?
Oh, yeah.
He put his food truck on pause.
Yeah.
And now he's the executive chef at that arena.
Oh, at that arena. Okay, so because I saw his post that he got you know, he's put the food truck on hold and he was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, that's why you were in at that event.
Yeah. So now he has a team of like 30, like 30 chefs
I'm not happy
around that arena.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy part is Christina was like, we have VIP tickets. And we're like, okay,
dang.
cool. Like what does that look like, right? We were brought into this like room where it was like there's like a private like buffet style dinner.
Yeah.
You know, like its own bar. And then we were sitting in seats, like couches that could swivel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It was like basically all you can eat, all you can drink. And then the person that was part of the group, she came up, like the photographer was like, do you guys want to take a picture in the floor seating area?
Oh, wow.
Like on court.
Oh, right? That's crazy.
And so we're like, what? She's like, meet us in halftime and we'll go do that and you guys can watch the game from there.
Nice.
And so
Dang.
it was a crazy experience. And so she brought us down.
She's like, I know you from the pod.
Looking for next guest. She brought us down, and so it was cool because we were like the second row right on the court, right? I was scared I was gonna like, you know, like the ball would fly over and we kind of duck it, whatever.
Yeah.
That's how close you were.
We were that close. Like a player can like jump over us if they
really wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was an NFL player that was there too because he was taking pictures with everyone on the court side too. Stevie Johnson, he's a wide receiver for the Bills, I believe.
Oh.
He was on the court. Shout out to Judy. Judy, I forget what her Instagram is. Judy the foodie.
Judy the foodie.
Yeah, she's
I got you, Art. I know.
She's a food blogger. She was also at the game as well too. But even after the game, Rich met up with us and took us around to each of the spots and was like, nice. What do you guys want from here? I was like, what? He pulled out his card and he just swiped it like his like work card, right? Like, put on my tab or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we got a bunch of different food, and it was funny because Nadine got this ice cream sandwich, and it was so buttery. Like it was like a high end ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, was there a brand name attached to it, or
I want to say it's from Tanner's. I could be wrong. Tanner's, they do like flat style burgers.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. We'll have to try one of those.
Yeah.
Just use all that butter on the.
You bring us back any?
I brought back one because I didn't want to have like I was like I want this is that. Me and Nadine like picked one thing from for each of us to have. Right. I brought back these like similar to like his oxtail nachos.
Ooh,
it was like that buttery. It was like so good.
My God, yeah, his oxtail nachos are
great. So I mean that's the only thing that I brought back, but. I was just checking in on him. I was like, "How are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, this is like another stress. I don't even know what I signed him." Or
I thought it would be like, see, like, because when I talked about like the food truck the last time I saw him, like, it's going great, but it's like a lot of stresses and stuff like that. Yeah. I thought him getting this job would be less stress, but
different kinds.
To have to be a executive chef at an arena level, I'm like, that's a lot.
I don't know.
That's
a lot of people.
That's a lot of people to manage.
A lot of people to manage and a lot of people to
call
feed
out.
too.
A lot of people to call out too.
Okay, so my bad for thinking he could handle all that.
Well, I think you just have to have a good team. No one can no great like manager can do it on their own.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to have a great team.
Depends on the people that you have under you because that helps with experience.
And they have to be 100% attending. Like they can't be sick. Like those are the things that you can't forecast.
Yeah,
but
it just happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But I know Rich can handle that.
Yeah,
like he's a good man about that, especially with like how I saw him like run his food truck and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's a bigger scale for sure. Yeah. But I just have faith in my friends. That's just how I am.
He wants to be on a feature pod, so I said let's figure. Figure that out first, and when it settles down and you have the time, like come on the pod, we'll talk about.
That would be cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
Does he watch?
Does he? I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah. We'll see.
Does he follow?
We'll ask him. Yeah. We'll ask him when he's on here. Point blank.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like just the entertainment, the ambiance. The behind the scenes, it was cool to, have Rich show us around and everything. And the crazy part is a lot of the suites are owned by different people.
Oh, what?
Wait,
and they rent it out. Like the actual suites that are at the arena.
So is it kind of like a timeshare for them or something like that?
I want to say something like
probably,
that.
Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You get VIP tickets from like the concessions or whatever, like the stands, but the suites are privately owned.
Dang.
Oh, so VIP is different from suites then?
Yeah, VIP seating is different from suites.
I thought you meant like, okay, no, I misheard. Sorry.
I mean, it was crazy to see all of that behind the scenes.
Wow. So can they rent out those suites then if they're not?
That's what they do.
That, right?
Yeah,
so they make the money
on the money back.
Yeah, okay.
So you can.
That's smart.
So it is. Yeah, like that kind of timeshare.
Yeah, it's like a timeshare.
It's an Airbnb suite.
Yeah. They're nice though, like to have a.
Timeshares are basically Airbnb before Airbnb was a thing.
Oh,
Stop everything.
Hold on.
Commercial break.
Dude, we just solved the problem. That's kidding.
No, but Airbnb is timeshares for the common man.
Yeah,
because when you
don't have to go to an orientation.
Potentially
win like a free boat.
Yeah, so that's a cool experience. Other than that, my last thing was I went to Orlando. I think I talked about it.
First time there?
The last time. First time there.
Okay.
I want to go back because I want to go to like the parks, but it was just we had a busy schedule because we had like a conference there with YUSA. So shout out to Victor.
Oh, so it's part of YMCA.
Yeah.
Okay. You were there in business. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like I was talking about, we're currently working on best practices for housing nationwide. And so we had 2 days back to back where we had different sessions to go over just like the leading practices and how can we build on this and have everyone, implement it. Like, so there's going to be some active groups is what they're saying. So once we implement it, they're going to send out people that are going to train. And stuff.
That's cool. Nice. Is there a reason why it was over there in Florida? Is there like
that's what they chose? Because the first time we had like a group like this, we were in Chicago at their home base.
Oh yeah, you remember you talked about.
Yeah.
That. Okay.
So
I mean like that's a home base for YMCA, right?
For YUSA.
Or for YUSA. So then like I was just thinking like, is there like a bigger base down in Florida? Is that
No, they just rented out a hotel, and the hotel was like when you first walk in, it's like the double doors, and you look up, and it's just like those elevators that you can see from the outside. They just ran all the way up with there's literally a bridge in front of me, and then there's like this pond, And then on the other side of the pond was this parrot. They had just chilling in the lobby. You know,
welcome.
Yeah,
its wings are probably clipped, so it's fine.
Yeah. But it was a crazy place to have like a conference. Like, I felt like it was an expensive hotel. But anyways,
maybe they just chose it because they could support the amount of people that they have come in.
Well, and a lot of the folks too stayed till the weekend because they really wanted to go to the parks.
Like, might as well, right?
Yeah. One group went this was like the first night of the conference. One group went to karaoke, and so they were out like that night. Yeah, you probably would have been there, to be honest. Like, I went straight to bed, karaoke, to be honest. Yeah. I went straight to bed. But we had great sessions, and I think in these sessions, like in my work, we do like a lot of advocacy. And when it comes to housing, I get real passionate. Especially depends on the conversations that we're having. When it comes to like changing, like how we do things.
Yeah. You're on top of that.
Yeah. And so I remember having this like passionate conversation, and I was just like, we didn't have these programs 10 years ago,
right?
Like, and we're getting innovative, we're getting creative, and there's millions of dollars that are coming our way to end youth homelessness, especially youth homelessness, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember it was one of those experiences where I was really getting passionate. It was like an out of body experience where I was like,
your eyes
what
rolled back.
What was I talking about?
Yeah.
You know
what that's called? Getting into the flow.
Flow state.
That flow state, dude.
Yep. Yeah. It's a flow state.
Wait, is that what you
flow state? That's why I really like this is like flow state.
Oh, I thought you were just trying to put
No. A flow state, like I mean, it also happens like with like freestyle rappers.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's like they're just rapping like as naturally as they're talking. So it's any state where whatever you're doing, it's like an instrument talking what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like you just go into it automatically.
Yeah.
Right? Like you don't have to think about it. You just as easy as breathing.
It was second nature.
Yep. That's flow state, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy because like I literally had chairs turn because people were kind of locked in. Yeah. And I was talking to Nadine about this, and she's like, you know what? Because whatever you said resonated with them, and they kind of reflected on their life. Yeah. And so that's why I gave you kudos, Art, because it's so hard. Growing up, it's so hard to be vulnerable. Especially with my dad. My dad was like, wipe your tears, go wash your face. Like every time I'd like bawl, right? Yeah. And then now we're teaching folks to be vulnerable, like being vulnerable is a strength because not a lot of people are able to share that.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to share this quote because right now in our leadership group, we have like this book club, and I'd be the last one to be in a book club.
Brene Brown.
Have you listened to her?
I haven't like really dove into like full things, but I always hear about Brene Brown everywhere.
Yeah. And so in our leadership book club, and this is not correlated to our cohort here. Our boss in our department has us reading like a book. Like we get to read this book, and so she's like, read the first 3 chapters, and I read these first 3 chapters, and I took what I learned here over to the conference. It kind of intertwined.
Crazy.
I was like, good thing because I don't like reading in the plane too.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just gonna read this. Like, it's a 5-hour flight. Yeah. So I'm gonna read this.
Oh my god!
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
That reminded me. So I was like talking to my mom about like, I have all these like Google credits, right? And I want to buy a book. And she's like, why? She's like, in case I want to read on the plane. And she starts laughing
like hard belly laugh. Right?
Yeah. She was like, you read on the plane? She's like, yeah, you're gonna go to sleep when you get on the plane.
That's me too. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
But anyways, please continue.
No, I mean that's me too because I did take a nap first before I started reading.
Yeah.
So you don't fall asleep while reading?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. I know you, dude.
So there's this book. It's called Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, and there's this passage that really connected to me. It talks about vulnerability, right? And so I quoted it here. The courage to be vulnerable is not about winning or losing. It's about the courage to show up when you can't predict or control the outcome. Yeah, I think a lot of the time we're not vulnerable because we're scared of what that looks like afterwards. That's something that's just like out of our control.
Yeah. I mean, it's like fear of the unknown.
Yeah. There's certain ways of like how you show up as vulnerable, like how to show up to be vulnerable. It's not in a way where you're just like, okay, you want to seek attention, but you do it in a productive way.
Yeah.
Right. Like what's the purpose of being vulnerable? Is to uplift others, right? Or is it to be like, oh, poor
pity party.
Yeah, pity party. And that's where I don't wanted to go, right?
Yeah.
I say this because a lot of times in this book too, the next chapter talks about how we show up with this armor, you know, and sometimes we go into these safe spaces too, where they say you can share whatever you want, but we still have this armor on to protect us. And so I go into this space in this conference and where, you know, everyone's looking at me and I take my armor off. That's what it felt like. I really, it was like that moment where I was like, I thought about this book, took my armor off, and that's when I had that out of body experience, right? Yeah. And so it was like one of those moments where after I stopped talking, I'm like, all right, let's take a break here, right? And then so
you came back in your body.
Yeah, I came back into my body, and then from the corner of my eye, I see this this elderly man, right? He's been in the Y for years. Right. He's on his winter season, is what he says, of his career.
Oh, okay.
And so he walks over to me with his cane and everything, and I was like, oh shoot. I was like, okay, like prep myself for a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes to me like, whatever you're doing, you keep doing it. I feel the passion. I see it. Never be afraid to step out. You know?
Don't waver.
Yeah. And it's crazy because he wasn't the only person to say that. Victor from YUSA is like, he was talking about potential and everything. And he's like, once you figure that out, that's going to be crazy for your life. Like for you to see that next step.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm like in this moment where it's just like, I'm still trying to figure it out. And these things are just like lining up. So I'm just like, I really, cool. I really took, you know, his message to the heart, Victor, and then Jose, because like, I didn't mean to, you know, just have that kind of response. It was just, you know, those moments where like someone really felt that, or people felt it. And I was like, I didn't mean for that to happen, but you don't know unless you be vulnerable and you share that with the folks. You never know what happens. So,
yep. Man, what did you say? Like to be a fly on the wall where all these people have just been so moved to come up and
that's the crazy part because and this is what I say to like whether it's staff, if it's people in the fraternity, don't let age be a thing, or don't like I don't want to say something because I feel like I'm just new to this. Because I was the same way where my supervisor's like, though you're not the type of person to keep jumping in on conversations, you like to process these things. And then when your mouth opens, you have a lot to say and people listen. Yeah. And I was like, oh, shit. And she's like, but you're in your head. You prevent yourself from all of this happening.
You're what's sending me. You know?
Yeah. You know, you kind of like censor yourself for like the audience. But like, I think that's what comes to mind is like, you know, like when you're like speaking in front of a bunch of people, dude, and there's that one point where you're just like, I just want to talk and like really express how like I'm feeling about this and like what I want. And then those are the moments where you get their attention again. You know, there's that professional space where you use buzzwords and use this and that. But then when you actually break that down and like get rid of it and you just start talking and you just start explaining yourself and, you know, what it is that you think and feel and believe in. And I think that's what captures more people. You know, when it's like, oh,
it's a whole different ballgame.
This guy's really talking about it. You know? Yeah.
And I think like I'm big on energy. When I know like energy is kind of like off or once like you can feel
the vibes,
room,
right? The vibes,
And so like it was one of those moments afterwards. So after the break, we came back and our facilitator, Victor, he was asking like, so how does everyone feel? And I was like, when it got to me, I talked about like, I felt like this whole conference, just my experience, it's been like this passion spike where I'm like getting reignited in the work. And I told them, I said, cool. I didn't even mention how many years I was in this, because we have new folks too. And I said, I looked back and I was like, I've been here for 10 years, but I feel like I'm just starting. That was my like honest, you know, feedback. And I was like, and this is where like I felt that like that passion spike. It's like reigniting, like this light bulb just keeps flickering. And so I'm glad like this is where I'm at right now in my career.
It's good. You kind of needed that, because I think for the longest time here, especially with the things that you've been dealing with, I know you haven't talked about it much, but I always felt like, you know, you've been going through this whole thing and you're like, you know, it's like
it's housing.
It's right. Challenging. Right. You know, no, I get that. I get that. That's the vibes I got from you. But I feel like this conference did you a lot of good, right?
Yeah. It's that perspective.
Yeah. And it puts the bigger picture into perspective, right?
Yeah. And so now, like coming back, I'm like, what do I want to do with this work?
Right.
Because like for those that don't know, I do direct housing. I'm not on the case manager side, but I'm in the housing facility seeing things like go down.
Yeah.
And so my biggest thing when I was a case manager, because it took me 4 years to realize like, oh shoot, I should be in a leadership position, right? Because I can impact more.
Yeah.
And then when I get to a leadership position, I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But I'm like, going to this conference, I'm like, I want to chase that impact.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
I see it.
Feel that.
Yeah. You always do good work, Jason.
Appreciate it. But that's it for me.
Easy.
I didn't want to lead. I had 3 topics. I didn't want to lead on to too much, like with all the details. But like those are the things that really stuck. No, that's what really stuck out to me. I didn't ask for it. It just
fell in your lap.
Happened. And I think like that's crazy how just things work. Like I said, we got to see you for the last 4 years grow on this podcast.
Yeah.
Everything lined up together. I think this is where we're at in our lives,
Just how life works.
Yeah. All right.
There.
Snapple Fact.
Transition.
That all right transition.
All right. Wait, who's that? All right. That's
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Some of these ebooks, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
You can set it up so it's his voice.
That's so funny.
What? Wait, can you have custom voices for ebooks?
Yeah, I think Morgan Freeman is on one of them. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
cool.
That's cool.
All right. Well, Brian, you want to read our Snapple Fact?
Today's Snapple Fact. Orlando has the world's largest entertainment McDonald's, which features an arcade, play area, and a 30-foot tall Ronald McDonald.
Nice.
That's a what the...
How tall is that?
30 feet is pretty tall, man.
As tall as this house.
That's like almost 2
Two-story
stories.
building?
It's almost 2 stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I went to there. Like I found this fact afterwards, but
Group trip. We go to Orlando.
that would
World
be
Cup.
sick.
I've never actually been to the resorts over there in Florida. Like I've always wanted to go just once, but I've never like.
That's a lot of planning. We're
It's
talking
a lot of
about
planning,
like it's not just the venue; it's all the
All the
tickets and all that stuff.
Yeah. But then this 30-foot Ronald McDonald. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine? One day.
One day.
Hope the burgers bigger out there.
It's still the same size.
It's not Texas. Texas, everything's bigger, right?
Yeah. All right. Random fun. We like to play games on the show. Play games such as this or that. Would you rather? Name your price, fact or fiction, and most likely to. Today's game, we are playing Dinner with Friends. Just some conversational topics to talk about.
Okay.
Over dinner with friends.
All right.
Dinner with friends? Okay.
So,
I'll read the first one. All right. What is the best potato chip flavor? Barbecue, plain, sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar, etc.
Oh, just the 3?
Wait, out of those, or can we choose a different one? Because I would probably choose jalapeno.
like
The Miss Vicky's jalapeno.
the kettle chips?
Yeah, kettle chips.
Yeah, those are
kettle
good.
chip jalapeno.
Yeah, damn.
Okay, depends on the kind of chip.
Okay, what kind of chip are
You know what I'm
What do
saying?
you think?
Like, I don't know.
You're
like,
right. You're right.
Right?
You're 100% right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you got Lay's are like, just like the regular potato chip.
Yeah.
And then you got Ruffles with you got Ruffles
the
in
ridges.
there, right? Yeah. Or sometimes you get the Pringles. Sometimes you get the Pringles, right?
Pringles are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pringles, because Pringles I
It's
like
It's a different
texture.
flavor. Texture, yeah.
like the flavor and the
flavor of the
texture
chip.
work together, right? Like for me, Pringles I like the sour and cream, right?
Okay. You
But
like creamy?
for Ruffles I like salt and vinegar, vinegar.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
I saw you looking at each other. I was like, damn it, they caught it. They caught it. They caught it. Yeah.
Man, that was a hard art, Brian. I think I'm on the same boat with art though. I like kettle chips.
Kettle chips are good.
Yeah.
Kettle chips are good, right?
I'll do jalapeno, but I like salt and vinegar kettle chips.
Those are
Pretty
good too.
good.
Salt and vinegar
Yeah.
is a good flavor.
What would you say? So
Because we're Filipino.
I mean, salt and vinegar for some reason I feel like that flavor goes with like the regular texture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then like with ruffled, I want like a little bit more flavor
Yeah.
to it, I
Yeah,
don't
for
know.
me, Ruffles, I like the cheese one.
Cheese ones are pretty good.
Yeah.
Cheese ones
Yeah.
are pretty good.
What is that? Cheddar and something?
Something. All right.
The orange one. The orange chip.
It's like full cheddar, I think.
queso?
No.
Oh, that's the other
is
one.
it?
Like if it's not that cheddar or whatever, it's the
Yeah.
queso one.
Oh,
That one's
got
good,
it.
too.
So what would you say? What do you like to pair chips with?
Sandwiches.
beer.
Sandwiches? Beer? Oh, beer and
chips, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
But sandwiches are pretty, like, if I need like a main course, like sandwiches and chips are like a good solid meal to me. Yeah.
Like I know a lot of places serve like for sandwiches with fries, but if I had a bag of chips with that sandwich instead,
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Like the first thing that comes to mind is Board and Brew.
Yeah, exactly.
The turcado.
Turcado.
Yeah. I'll pair that up with salt and vinegar.
Yeah, for me, it's like if I have a sandwich, it has to be some sort of textured chip. So it has to be like Ruffles, or like Cheetos, something with like a texture.
That's
like if it's too, because the sandwich to me,
chips in there.
Yeah, especially if you put the chips in the sandwich.
Ooh, crunch.
Because a sandwich to me overall has like a more of a smooth texture. Yeah, So
okay,
that's rock that boat sometimes.
That contrast. Yeah.
What is a simple habit you adopted that changed your life?
What the fuck? We're going from like food to like life changing shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reading our sandwiches, having conversation. Is dinner.
Right. Simple habit that I've adopted that changed my life. A simple habit.
I'll start if you guys are.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think for me, when it comes to interviewing, I've changed like my perspective on interviewing because I was so scared to just sit down in an interview.
Right.
I felt like it was like interrogation.
Yeah.
Right.
But one thing that changed for me, besides not getting the jobs that I wanted, right?
Yeah.
No, and this is true.
Interviewing, not interviewer, right? Like,
well, just interviewing, like
in general.
In general, like when I'm being interviewed.
Oh, okay.
But when I'm doing like mock interviews, this is a tip that I always give, like our participants, even staff.
Right.
One thing that I do picture myself is I'm just having a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And when I can do that, I feel like the interview goes well. But when I'm thinking of how to impress someone, that's when I'm just like, like I don't feel good in that interview. For example, right?
Yeah.
There's questions when I got into my like leadership position, I didn't have the experience for, right? Like directly. My supervisor asked, though you're never this position, how do you have the experience for this? I said, I know I've never been in this position before, but I've had leadership roles. And so I brought up the fraternity. I brought up what I did in case management, organizing like certain events, like things like that showed like leadership in there. Yeah. And that's how I got into this position. Yeah. Because I was like, if I was like, I don't know, because I really haven't, that would not fly. Yeah. But I was having a conversation, and if I'm bullshitting Brian's gonna know if I'm bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think once you get to a point where it's like, though you didn't have the experience, you have to picture like, how do you have it relate to something that you've already done and you can speak confident in?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And so that's how I go through interviews. Though I didn't do that specific thing, I did something related to that where I can speak and, let it flow, like you said.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that because that's something I've adopted for, my photography and just like in general, like whenever you need time to like think for yourself, you just talk about regular and let the other person speak so you have time to think for yourself, right? So one thing that I've learned, like a little peek behind the curtain for anyone that's ever shot to me before, like if you've ever noticed, I usually try and talk like I'm a car salesman. Like I'm just talking like, hey, how you doing? Yeah. How you feeling about this? What about, how if you do like this, kind of like that. It's if I ever talk like that, it's because like I'm actually freaking out inside my head.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
I do notice that you do that though.
Right. Yeah. So if I'm ever talking a lot, it's because I'm freaking out inside my head. Like there's been a couple shoots like it's either not in ideal conditions or something went wrong, but like they don't know it. I know it, and I'm trying to fix it. Yeah. So in order to fill that gap, I'm letting them talk so that they don't notice it. Right, because a lot of my job is managing client expectations. Is like, so you like a peek behind the curtain. It's like you don't want to let them know that you are freaking out, because the moment you freak out, they freak out, and it shows up in the photos, right? Yeah. So a lot of the times, if something's happening, like I don't let them know, and most of the times, a lot of these things are not something the normal person would freak out, but like I would freak out. Like for instance, like if there's a shoot I'm doing and there's like an event going on, so that means in my perspective, I'm already freaking out because like I expected this place to be clean. I don't have to worry about people in the background. Yeah. Now there's these other things I have to worry about, these other distractions. So then what I'll do is I just talk. Yeah. And I get the other person talking. So I split myself a little bit where there's a half of me that like normally freaks about stuff. Yeah. And there's a half of me that's having a conversation with a person where I'm just literally just trying to distract him. Like, I just don't want him to think about anything. I don't want him to notice that there's this thing going on and like, this is probably not going to turn out right. Like, I don't know about my settings, blah, blah, blah. Like, I try not to show about that. And that's like my general advice for most photographers and stuff like that. Like, people who come up to me is like, how do you shoot and stuff like that, right? It's just, you have to talk like a car salesman.
Yeah.
Like, just keep constantly talking to them so they don't have to think about anything while you're thinking on the side, like, how are you going to solve this problem? Yeah. And also part of it's also coming up with solutions on the fly. Like, I have a lot of my friends to thank for that, because a lot of the times they just throw things onto me like last minute.
Wait, throw thongs?
Yeah.
Throw thongs at you?
Yeah. Throw things onto me last.
That's
cannot
okay.
enunciate.
That makes more
cannot
sense.
Enunciate.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes no,
you're in the flow. That's what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They just. I mean, well, because a lot of times, stuff just happens instantly, right? Like, people's schedules align at the last minute, and I'm used to last minute things.
Yeah.
So whenever someone, as much as I try to, I try to have things planned, concise. I'm a planner. I'm a planner at heart, right? As long as
you want to know all the details,
right?
That's you.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good to have.
It's good to have, but life is life, and people just throw things on you last minute. And it's a lot of it that I've learned is it's that whole saying, like 90% of life is how you react to it, right? Mm-hmm. And that was probably like the simple habit that I did is like, if things come and happen, like, you just have to deal with it right then and there.
Yeah.
Don't take the time to freak out with it. Maybe you do a little bit inside your head, but for the most part, this is happening right now, right here. You got to take care of it. Freak out a little bit inside, but at the most part, this is what's happening. You got to go right to it.
It's crazy because you have these conversations, and these conversations are actually happening at a faster rate, but with experience, you let it slow down.
Yeah, it's like a weird The way I like to relate it to is like, you have like this like Matrix slow-mo moment, the bullet time, right?
Yeah.
Like I think it was my teacher, my piano teacher, like back in the day when I was first learning how to teach and stuff like that. It's like, whenever you don't know what to do or like how to advise your student on something, just take a breath.
Yeah.
And when you take that breath, like, everything just slows down. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, but if you ever just see me just kind of like stop a little bit and take a breath, that's me doing that. Like, you just take that breath, everything slows down, you can think properly and like process things faster. And again, like you said, with practice, it happens faster and faster, and over time, like, you can do that like way better. And it took a long time for me to get to like where I am with that.
Yeah. Repetition.
Yeah.
Man.
That's cool.
You should have went first.
Sorry. I was trying to give you time to think about that,
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, the whole time we were having that conversation, right? I feel like that's kind of like one of the things that I do practice is breathing.
Yeah.
And again, you're talking about like these high anxiety moments, right? And I think that's why I've like always been like drawn to paintball, and then like have gotten into it is because it's
it helps you in other areas.
High intensity, like anxious, like, there are projectiles flying at you that will hurt you for a little bit, or
I'm looking forward to that, but we'll see.
Right?
Yeah.
So obviously, when I first jumped into it, I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, you're just like, like you're just shaking and like,
like how again?
Like a chihuahua.
Yeah, and then like, as I've been playing, it's one of those things. It's like sometimes you just got to get in there, you settle, and then you go to work.
Right.
And I feel like like that's what I do also, like in my personal life, like when it comes to work and stuff like that. Like, I'm always sitting at my desk, and sometimes I'll just be like,
yep.
I catch my,
like I said, you take that breath.
Yeah, you just take that breath, you reset, and then you just get to work. So I think that's
yeah.
I like that part. You said get to work, because I'm picturing you paintballing. Where you're using this analogy to your personal life.
Yeah.
You get to work and you're taking it as you go.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like when you're paintballing, you're taking it.
Yeah.
What's the worst? You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Just get through it, right?
And stuff is happening constantly. You have to readjust and all that.
Yeah.
Who would have thought after this best potato chip flavor? Question.
You chose these questions, Jason.
Breathing, man. Breathing is key.
All right.
Breathe in and breathe out.
Last question. what's something you've been meaning to buy?
Wow. Okay, I see how this is like a bell curve. We start low, we go higher, then we go low.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like your left ear.
Yeah.
Now you're right here. Now you're right here.
My left ear.
Yeah, your left ear, for sure.
All right.
What's something you've been meaning to buy?
I'm not much of a consumer because like
Investor? No, like a new lens or
no, because like I mean like yes, there's that part I guess, but growing up, like part of what my parents instilled with me is like be happy with what you have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. But like a little bit like here and there, it's like as I do my work, it's like okay, like it takes me a long time to commit to buy something, right? Like I'll think like, oh, that's cool or whatever, like that could help me with this, but 6 months, a year, maybe if I try for a Black Friday sale, but then I missed that. It's like, oh, I'll wait until next year. And I was like, I'll be happy with what I have. And like, that's literally why I'm not much of a consumer in that respect. Like it takes me forever to commit to buy to something. Right. Yeah. Like I usually have to have like, I'll go to like a friend. It's like, hey, should I buy this? Like, yeah. You know, I need that external validation. I can't commit to buy something by myself. Like it took me forever just to buy a new camera. Right. Well, because like the camera that I'm shooting with right now, I bought like that like 2 years ago. Before that, the camera that I was using was a 5D Mark II, and that's like a 2012 camera.
How many cameras have you gone through?
Like 3? Oh, yeah, just 3. Wow. Just 3.
Okay.
Just 3.
I think I helped influence that.
Yeah.
Because I had the
you had the 5D. You had the 5DR. Yeah. And I was like, I think when we were shooting and stuff like that, I was like, how are you thinking about that? How are you thinking about that? You know?
I love it.
And then I didn't get that. I get the 5D.
You got the
I
R6,
had the 60. Yeah, R6. Yeah. So I went to an R mirrorless.
Is that one above?
Yeah.
It's a different path because it's mirrorless, right?
Okay.
Yours is the
this
that's
is
also
the
mirrorless,
original,
right?
Yeah, the original
okay.
R.
Yeah,
first mirrorless that came out.
Yeah. So like something I've been meaning to buy is just like it's just like various equipment. Like I want to get a 50 millimeter lens because that's a range I feel most comfortable working with. It's not too far. Yeah.
What is that?
Okay. So in the camera world, if you're not familiar, there's something called a nifty 50, right? So 50 millimeter lens is the range that you usually see with your eyes. So the range that you're seeing right now is pretty close to about a 50 millimeter range. And in the camera world, like they call it the nifty 50 because it's not too far, it's not too close. It's like Goldilocks in a way. It's just right. Yeah. It's a good general purpose lens, and I've been meaning to get like a good general purpose. Like I got,
and they usually have affordable options for it.
Yeah,
I think that's why it's
what's affordable.
$100, $120, $150, $175.
It's not bad.
Like you can get them, you can get that 50 range, you know,
for a lens
at a 1.8 for like.
I've been looking. Right? I've been looking to get the Sigma. I like the Sigma one.
Yeah, but if you really want like a good one.
At least, like if you want a decent one, at least 500. At least 500.
Okay. Yeah. That's even just for a decent one. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, in my opinion, this is not the general opinion, but like most camera lenses, if you want like a decent, like you're spending at least 500. So that's so like when people say that, like I realized that when I was talking with some other people, they're like, damn, 500. I was like, oh, that's like normal
because that's actually very affordable.
That's very affordable
in the lens world.
In the lens world because most lenses are a minimum 2K.
Right.
Yeah,
you really want that.
Yeah. So if I were to say anything, it's either a 50 millimeter lens because I want a good walk around one, or I've been meaning to replace some of my strobes because the ones that I got were from when I first started, and they're like. They were good starter ones. They're good. The Alien Bees. Yeah, they were good when they first started, but now I need to
trying to get on that Pro Photo too.
I'm trying to. Yeah. And Pro Photo, if you're not like they're really big brand and they're really good. They have some really good strobes, especially for ones that if you want to fight the sun, right? If that's a scale that you're kind of trying to think of. So hopefully, me blabbing about lenses and camera stuff gave you enough time to think of what you want to buy.
I've been thinking about a few things. I kind of want to buy a car.
Right. Oh yeah.
You're at that. Okay.
I mean, I love my car to death, and I'm gonna keep it running until
you're gonna ride it until it dies.
Off. Until the wheels fall off, until I blow something up or something. But but I think just for practicality at this point, like I probably need a 4-door, and I would love something with a hatchback. Just
a 4-door hatchback.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you looking at?
I've been looking at the Golfs.
Okay.
Oh,
You know?
Volkswagen?
Yeah, Volkswagen Golf.
Nice.
Small size.
Specifically the R.
Okay.
Because it's one of those things I can't just get like a Golf.
Golf R.
Yeah, I mean, I was like thinking about the GTI, but then I was like, no. So there's that. So hopefully I'm planning for that. But I mean, if for smaller stuff, probably, yeah, I think I'm gonna get a new paintball marker hopefully next year.
Yeah.
Ooh. CO2 cartridge?
No, they don't do CO2 anymore. It's
they don't?
It's all
that's all, yeah.
high pressure air. Yeah,
That's how you can tell how long I've heard about paintball.
Yeah.
I always thought they always did the CO2. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not anymore because CO2 is it like gets really cold, right?
Yeah.
When you like shoot really fast because obviously the air is coming out.
Just like the air cans, right? It gets really cold.
Yeah. So it's been like high pressure air now. But also, I mean, too, is because like if I do want to introduce this to a friend, it'd be nice if they could use like a marker that isn't a rental.
Cool.
You know, so I kind of want to have a my backup setup is like for my friends.
Cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's good of you, Bart.
Yeah, because you want to make them have a good time the first time. Otherwise, they may not want to do it again.
And hook them in so you have buddies to play with.
Exactly.
So I'll be expecting my Back to the Future marker.
Oh man, I tried to get that one, and
Dude,
it
sick,
sold.
dude.
It literally
For context, Art linked to us in the group chat. Like there was this paintball thing that was Back to the Future thing.
Yeah, it was
right?
like a Back to the Future
Like,
package.
that's sold.
It was like a whole
special,
set. Yeah, special edition.
anodized, special like.
Even came with like a hoverboard.
Came with like all the
did it?
Something like that. Yeah.
all the paraphernalia,
Yeah.
all the memorabilia.
Yeah. Paraphernalia.
Did it come with a case, like the yellow hazard case?
Yeah, I think that was like the case. It was like a
Yeah, the
like a
plutonium
plutonium
case?
case
Yeah.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's sick.
Yeah, that sold out. Like I tried to log in and look at it, and it was already sold out.
Not even on resale, or there's probably resale, huh?
Oh, I don't even know who owns it right now. But
Is that
we'll
a
probably
thing?
find it out.
Is that a thing in the paintball community? Like a big resale thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
especially for like drops like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That one especially.
There's definitely this hype band right here.
Man, you're just wearing all.
Right here. I don't know if you can see that.
Tell
right
the
here.
sponsor of the pod, dude.
Hey.
What is that?
This is an enemy of the state. Enemy of the
Yeah.
state.
Oh, you
right
mentioned
here.
that before. Yeah.
But yeah, they're I think New York or at least New York, New Jersey. Shit, I'm sorry. East Coast brand.
Oh, okay.
I know you're gonna say they're if they're from New York and you say they're
Right.
from Jersey,
Oh,
it's
you
like
know,
what? Or but yeah, East Coast brand. But yeah, they have a lot of hype, but they have a lot of cool stuff though. And again, it's like quality stuff. So
Yeah.
What would you buy, Jason?
Dude, I have several things.
Of course you do.
Let's talk about pod first. I think one thing that I do, I've been talking about this. Like you see this monitor on the floor.
yeah.
I want to put it up top. And I have to buy all the things for it. I have to ask my brother-in-law, but just so that when we have guests, it'll say welcome and then guest photo.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's like
like
that stuff they
corner
have
right
at the
there?
Y gyms.
I know. I just asked them how to do it.
For someone that hasn't been to the Y, what does that look like? What is that?
So if you walk in like to the gym side of the Y, right?
Right.
They usually have like this TV screen that's vertical, and it'll say like "Welcome to blah blah blah," and then it'll flip through like different programming.
Yeah.
So I want that here. It just gives another
in the corner?
experience. It'll say like "Welcome," and then I'll have the guest picture there.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
Um,
That's cool.
That's podcast wise. Other than that.
You got stuff for your home?
Well, I want to go mobile with this. So like a mobile set, just a setup, just tight here mics.
Oh, I see.
But for the home, I want a fridge. I want a fridge for the garage. So I can put like
Yeah. All your like
frozen
meats and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, frozen storage.
And all your
storage.
brews.
Yeah.
I mean, you have one here, but
I have one here.
It's already full.
Yeah.
But I need more space downstairs.
Yeah.
But I also want a grill so that we can like hang out and just
Yeah.
Where'd you put it?
in the front yard.
Oh, okay.
Just have patio chairs and just hang
Okay.
out there and
Sure.
grill stuff.
We can do a pot out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to find a nice grill myself actually, because we're allowed to have grills at our place.
Yeah.
Like on the balcony.
Uh-huh.
But I want to. Obviously, there's not a ton of space, so it's definitely just probably just gonna be like a double burner, like
Like a
thing, you know,
I
like
think Home Depot
propane.
has some
Yeah.
a sale. Like they always have grills in the front.
yeah,
If you want like a smaller one too, like
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
was
mean, it's
even
good, you know. I mean,
Yeah.
just to have like a few friends over anyway.
Right.
Just-
I was thinking like of even going like old school way where like I have the coals
oh snap!
because it tastes different too.
Yeah.
When you have that.
That Hank Hill. You know,
I just can't have the coals because we have
You have the bark on the.
bark that's gonna light up the whole
wood
front.
chips. Yeah.
Anyways,
All right.
Q&A. All right, Q&A.
So those are on our Amazon wish
Yeah.
list.
So
If you want us to have a barbecue outside for the pod,
wait, should we raise the price for our Christmas? Not just
I know. I was actually gonna wonder that. Like,
We'll talk about that after.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
But Q&As. Let's answer some Q&As from the communities. These are sent from all of you through our Instagram stories.
All right. First question
From
Ms. Nadina.
From Nadine.
From Nadine. Yes.
This is a weird question. What's the best way in your experience of getting your point across?
Like,
This is a weird question. What's the best way in your experience of getting your point across?
So how do you
it's
get
like
your
if you
point
wanna,
across? Like when you want, like let's say having hard conversations.
I think you just gotta rip the band-aid off and you gotta say it.
Yeah, but how do you say?
well,
it,
for me, the best
Listen,
way.
Linda. Listen. No, just kidding.
I try.
The little boy.
I like to use a lot of like, especially like in my teaching and stuff like that. Especially to get a point across is just using metaphors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something if I know the person that I'm talking to and what they like, I try and relate it to something that they're obviously knowledgeable about.
Yeah.
Right. So if I were to get a point across to art, I'd be like, okay, so in paintball, you know, it's like when you do this, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I like to use similes and metaphors or whatever the person's interested because like I know that's what they know.
Yeah.
So it's better to relate that knowledge if they are knowledgeable about it.
And I think to add to art, rip the Band-Aid, be direct. I think that's like one of the biggest things. Be direct, but also you got to be aware of how you approach
tact
the situation.
You need tact.
Yeah, there's tact for sure.
You know, because you can't come in aggressive and thinking they're going to be bought in.
Yeah.
So you have to know like how you're presenting the situation.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you for that.
All those things.
Yeah.
Next one is from Islander_AC.
Yeah, that's Alan.
Alan. Okay. His question is: if you were to marry, date, and kill a Disney princess, isn't it or kill?
Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is sounding like
it's and right because you have to choose three.
No.
Marry, date, kill.
Marry, date, or kill. It's not and kill.
Oh yeah, that is right.
If you say marry, date, and kill, you're marrying, dating them, and then
killing them. Oh, okay. Never mind.
That's got to be or, right?
Okay.
Little grammar for you, you know? Yeah. If you're to marry, date, or kill a Disney princess, who you got and why?
Oh, that's a lot of choices.
All right, I'm marrying Belle for sure.
Belle? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Just because she reads and stuff, you know.
What?
That was my appeal. I was like, damn, this girl reads. Yeah. What? That's crazy.
So all you single ladies out there, you read, art's available.
You know what I'm saying? Who would I date? I'm like trying to think of all the
there's a lot. There's a lot of princesses.
Maybe I'll date Jasmine.
Ooh,
Probably date Jasmine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would I kill? Oof. Dang, that's tough.
It's tough. Like, because you don't want.
It's a princess you don't like too much. You're not
There's
fond
no-
of.
I mean, I guess it might be one of the classics. I don't know. Like, I don't really know them that well.
Oh, okay.
Like Cinderella. I don't know.
That was
You know what I
actually
mean?
my
Like-
choice.
To kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just.
Oh.
Like, how do you leave your glass slipper there? You couldn't really grab it for a second or two.
Yeah.
Hey man, it was midnight and her carriage just turned into a pumpkin. She gotta go, man. She gotta go. I understand that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I know.
That was my kill. So
That's your kill?
Spoiler alert. She did it to herself. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
how about you, Brian? You want to go?
I mean, Jasmine was my crush growing up, so I'd marry her.
After I date her, guy swoops in.
Yeah. You know?
I'll switch my answer.
You know? I'll date Mulan.
All right.
Yeah, she's a Disney princess. Yeah. Kill is the hardest one. It's like I don't want, they're all good people.
Dang, you know what'd be messed up? I just thought of like,
What?
do you think Nala is a princess?
What?
Wait, what? From Lion King?
Yeah.
You want to date her?
No, I'm
No, he
saying
wants to
like
kill her.
Like imagine like that'd be kind of messed up, right?
That's messed up, man.
Oh.
What? Wait, I just thought of something. No, I just thought of something because the MCU is Disney now. Are the female characters, do they count as Disney princesses?
Wow.
Yeah.
Who's a princess from there?
I don't know. Like any female character that you can think of, like that's Disney owned, right?
Like that Valkyrie one.
Shut up.
What? She is a, right? Queen or something?
Yeah, right. She
counts.
The black girl?
Man, dang.
I don't know. Like kill is a hard one because like there's there's none that I would kill. Like
there's none that you're not too
like,
fond of.
Not even too fond of. They're all cool.
Yeah.
It's a cop out answer. Sorry, Alan, but yeah, that's just how I feel.
I'm trying to change mine.
There's no Disney princess that I find annoying or I hate or like I wish I didn't exist. You know, so
I mean, you couldn't kill Mulan. She'd probably kill you.
yeah, she'd be fun though.
Maybe I would date her instead. Because now that I think about it, Jasmine,
She's royalty, man.
yeah,
And plus, she went for a street rat, so you know I got a chance.
that's true.
I ain't no street rat.
Belle fell for a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh. What are you, Chewbacca now?
Man, I'm just changing all of mine.
All right, what would you go for?
Good question, Alan.
That is a good question. Now I'm like really thinking about. I mean, I'm gonna change my kill, right?
Okay.
Okay.
The whole glass slipper. I'll deal with. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But I think someone that would get on my nerves is
Merida.
Oh, from
Ariel.
Brave?
Oh,
from The
Ariel.
Little Mermaid.
Wait, why?
Ariel.
I think she just keep asking questions. What is this? What is that?
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I can't do this.
Yeah,
24/7.
yeah.
I'll kill you first.
Plus, she's a regular mermaid. She has fish on the bottom.
Yeah, she's a regular mermaid.
She's not a what?
She's not a reverse mermaid.
I only do reverse mermaid. Man, my date is hard.
Who would you date?
I don't. Is she a princess? Who's the Raya? Is that her?
Who?
Is
Oh,
it
Raya, the dragon one?
Yeah,
The
is she a
dragon. I
princess?
think so. Oh, well, she's, I mean,
I forgot. It's been
was
a while since I've seen that
do
movie.
they even have princesses like that anymore?
I don't know.
feel like,
Raya's the last dragon.
The only
Is
reason.
it Raya the actual dragon in that?
oh, yeah, that's the dragon, I guess.
Well, what's the girl's name in there?
I don't know.
I forgot. It's been a while since I've seen
Well,
that
I've
movie.
never seen it, and that's why I would want to date because I just want to get to know her.
Okay.
Like all the other movies,
She's
I kinda
basically an amalgamation of all the Southeastern Asian countries, actually.
need more representation.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So
see.
I mean, is there any other? Is there a Filipino princess?
There's that one girl in the Filipino short, you know, when they made the parole for the holidays.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
You know, no?
That's not a princess.
Yeah, when she's grown.
yeah, she goes
Yeah.
up.
She's not a princess.
Hey, she could be your princess.
I think someone I would marry that's like down to earth and can hold her own. Pocahontas.
Okay.
That's a good one.
She don't need much.
Yeah.
She doesn't need-
She just needs the colors of the wind, dude.
Did you watch Pocahontas too or no?
I never saw the direct-to-DVD ones.
She goes to England and that
Oh,
lifestyle
yeah.
wasn't for her.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think she'd be just humble.
That's
just
a good one.
as is.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Pocahontas.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Alan. Damn, that's a good question.
See, I feel like we should do like episodes where we just have like questions like that.
Like
you
a
know?
whole episode.
Whole episode.
That'd be cool. Like, yeah.
I don't mind that. We can try that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everybody,
maybe
please.
our
Because see,
Christmas,
we have
more
all
questions,
different.
more
maybe our
questions.
Christmas one.
Yeah.
We'll figure that
Yeah,
out.
we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got dining with Christine. What's up, Christine?
What's up?
She asks, "What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Turkey or the side dishes? Parentheses, which sides?"
I would have to say turkey and gravy is probably like my. That's what
Mashed potatoes. I gotta have the mashed potatoes.
Actually,
Mashed
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
mashed potatoes. If they're good though,
Yeah, it has to be good.
if they're good and unhealthy for you with lots of butter and cream.
All right.
Yeah.
Call me 10 years old, but I like the mac and cheese. Since you guys say
mac
all
and
that,
cheese.
mac and cheese is a good side. Like,
God.
especially in my family for that. Because we have like a big, Thanksgiving thing. Everyone brings something. One of my cousins, they make really good mac and cheese. And I
Yeah,
like
actually, that is a good one.
Yeah. I only say that because you guys took the other ones.
Well, I haven't
you know
said
what?
mine yet.
You know, it was like
You said mashed potatoes.
an
Well, I'll do mashed potatoes.
underrated one that threw me for a loop that I didn't realize I liked till like
Till
maybe, I
now?
don't know,
Yeah.
somewhat recently is stuffing.
Oh, really?
Ooh,
I
okay.
can't
No, yeah.
by itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
The thing is, it can't be like, I think people make it wrong when it's all like mushy and gooey and like that.
It's got to be a little drier.
It has to be
On the
drier and like more
yeah.
crispy.
Yeah.
So, does someone make that in your family then?
Someone
curious to
someone
taste
made it in my life, but
You forgot.
Yeah,
It's okay.
They're no longer in your life. Episode 33.
Right.
Well, I think my thing is favorite
Brussels sprouts.
side dish, lumpia.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
I thought we were just thinking strictly traditional
This is favorite
American.
Thanksgiving dish,
You're
dude.
right.
If you're Filipino,
You're
Well, then
Okay,
I was
let-
gonna say palabok,
Okay.
man. I palabok.
Wait, your mom makes palabok on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
shit.
the
Palabok,
only
spaghetti.
look, literally, you guys are all Filipino. Like
Yeah.
Filipino things, the only thing we have there that's Thanksgiving is the turkey.
Turkey, yeah.
Everything else, just an excuse to have a Filipino party.
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, if it's not lumpia, I would do the little pecan, little
Oh, a little pecan tarts.
You don't talk about the tarts?
Oh,
so good.
dude,
those are expensive though.
My mom makes them.
When?
If she
when?
She usually makes it around like wintertime and stuff like that. So like she's starting to get like the materials for it right now. But if she makes a whole bunch, I'll bring some to you guys.
Heck yeah!
I love her.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, Brian's gonna bring some.
Especially, I gotta make it up to Art. Yeah.
Nice.
So our holiday special, Brian's gonna bring.
I'll see if you can make it before that.
That would be sick.
Dude, you know what I'm really bummed about is like y'all heard about the Jufran ban, right?
The what?
Oh yeah.
Dude,
the what?
The Jufran banana ketchup ban.
Yeah.
They're not letting it import into the U.S. right now.
Oh wait, no, I've been hearing that. Like, there's been a bunch of like condiments and stuff that are not.
So
allowed.
imagine the time we had my mom's recipe for Filipino spaghetti at Palm Springs. Maybe the last time y'all have it until because there's no Jufran anywhere.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
What a world we live in now.
Yeah, that's nice.
But that was good, dude. Your mom's spaghetti was amazing. You did a good job on that, Art.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Made
I
with
still
love,
think about it sometimes. I hope it's just love.
Love and nerves. Because I didn't want it to taste bad. I was like, let me just add a little bit more salt to this. No, just kidding.
Well, thank you, Christine. Thank you for those questions.
Yeah,
Thank you for everyone else that's sends in their questions and continues to send in their questions.
Yeah.
All right. Last call. Thank you. Shout out to anything you want to plug, upcoming events and pod encounters from friends and family.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I know I'm talking about this a lot, but it's kind of like a little bit of a passion right now. You know, it kind of helps me get through things and learn more about myself. But shout out to the paintball community. You've been super welcoming. You know, it's interesting that we're going to these places and like the consistency is being seen. So we've actually, me and my homie BK, we've been actually, you know, people are coming up and like, hey, you know, the season's over. We're having open tryouts, you know?
What?
Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
So you never know.
Cool.
You never know what happens next year. So might be trying to make it out to
pro?
those and not pro for sure. Probably like D6.
Yeah.
You say that now, but you never know, man. Life
Yeah.
has a funny way of making things work out.
But yeah.
Can't wait to try that out with you, though. Like, as a first timer and
That's
all
gonna
that.
be that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, right?
Leave it all on the field. Leave it all on the field.
Just
you know?
don't invite my cousin Sam because we're on the
Oh,
same.
no. Dude, Sam is super competitive, man.
No, here's a funny part, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I shared this already. Me and him are on the same team.
Okay.
All right.
What sport?
Paintball.
Oh, so you've done it before.
I've done it like 3 times.
Yeah, I've never
that's
done
why
it before.
I would want to go again.
Yeah.
We're on the same team, and I said, Sam, get my back. I'm gonna go on the right side. Right, I'm gonna go right side. He's like, I got you. Cover fire. Right.
Yeah.
He covers you in fire.
So I run. He shoots me in the back of the head. I was like, what the?
On purpose or accident?
Oh man.
On accident, I guess.
Yeah.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Honestly,
Friendly fire.
it happened to me.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Back in your
I
head?
accidentally shot somebody.
Are they
on my
out?
team?
Oh, yeah. So, how does that work with friendly fire?
Technically, yes, they are out.
Yeah. See.
But it was funny though, because like it was like before this, we hopped on with this team, right? And then this guy's like, all right, I'm gonna run right here, just shoot here off the break and there. I was like, all right, cool, got you. And then I did it, and then like I think once like I was trying to make a move, I accidentally probably like tapped my trigger, and then after the game, he was like, dang man. He's like, you got me right here, but I didn't, I was like, man, forget that. I'm going to play on this, dude.
Because it's all like technically honor system, right?
Yeah. I mean, not to like promote cheating or anything, but it was just one of those, it was just funny those things.
It's one of those, it just happens in the moment, and you're like, okay.
And then this guy's like, man, this guy's -1 on the kill death right now, dude.
It's like, how does that happen? Yeah. For me, I just want to, I know a lot of the ASI Row Bros listen to this podcast because of Vice Vigor being a bro himself.
Well, because you go to all the events.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. Because like I said, like in a lot of the events, some of them will come up to me and talk to me about like, oh, it's like, hey, I've been listening to you guys on the pod. Like, it's cool or whatever, right? Just want to give them a shout out because, again, this is, and also to A5G because I did their formals just last night as of this recording. Nice. And those are the 2 organizations that kind of launched me into this whole photography game because this is the 15th year now. Wow. This is 2024. Nice. First started in like 2009, and that's where they like I was telling you guys too, like they invited me out to cover their event. I told myself, okay, cool, I'll do this event. They keep calling, I'll keep doing it. It's been 15 years.
Dang.
I'm surprised you're awake right now.
I mean, like they ended pretty early, like around like 10ish, 10:30.
Wow.
Yeah. Like times have changed since, because you're like back in the day they would go like to midnight, 1 or whatever. Yeah, but nowadays they try and end it early because then they have the after party to do and stuff like that. They got to prep and all that. So
that's good for you.
Shout outs to, I know it's good for the bit. Yeah, shout outs to them, to the first two organizations. Like I mean, all the organizations I work with are great, but they are low key my favorite because like they're the first ones that are one, most consistent, and two, they have been there for me since the beginning. Yeah, since the beginning.
They were there for your origin story.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what's
up. That's cool.
And then shout outs to them for a 25-year, which I don't know if you're going to be there.
We'll see. You know what? I've had someone reach out to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, let us promote that on the pod. Like, we'll see.
Yeah. You got to pay to promote here, dude. Promote. Yeah.
It's not a sponsorship ad.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to my audiologist. Like that was a cool.
You forgot the name of.
I forget his name. I should have wrote it down, but like I don't want to write it down in the moment. You know.
Right.
Shout out to him because I thought that was a cool story to hear.
Sure.
And it was
good
nice
insight. To have those
insights.
kind of doctors too, though.
Yeah.
Good bedside manner.
And I think it's like it came at a time where it's like I'm thinking about like what's next for me in my own career too.
Yeah.
So like all these things, like I said, it's like these little puzzle pieces that are putting itself together. And that segue to that is shout out to Victor just for this opportunity he presented to me last year. This cohort was only supposed to go for like maybe 6 months.
Wow.
And we're talking about seeing each other again for next year.
Okay.
In a different place.
Okay.
Maybe Washington, D.C. is what he threw out there.
Ooh,
so
DC's
Chicago,
nice.
Orlando, Washington, D.C.
There you go.
East Coast tour.
Yeah, East Coast tour. And I'm excited to roll this out because I'm passionate in housing. So I want to be able to be there for other housing programs too.
Yeah.
You know, so excited for this work. And then last but not least, my wife Nadine. Just for even letting me go on this trip, right? Just like,
she didn't go with you.
No, she didn't go. And I wanted her to go because I feel like if she did, we would have been there a little bit longer and we would have went out.
Yeah. Because that's what you've done in past trips.
Yeah.
Surprise.
She used all her PTO for Maui. Yeah. So maybe the next one, if anything.
Got to build that PTO again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. And shout out to everyone that's been here with us.
Yeah.
So thank you for hanging out with us. I'm brewpac.shakur.
This is Art.
And Brian.
Peace.
Too early.
Yeah.
You'll get that timing.
Well, we'll leave it